Hello all, and welcome to session 4 of Ellseworld. You're back in my hands. Ha 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 ha. There's nothing you can do. You're stuck here for the next however many hours. That's right, you can't leave.
Please help us.
Yes. I'm so terribly sorry, you all. Anyway, we'll get started with the session very soon. I'll do a quick recap before we do. But before all that, I'm going to introduce my lovely players, starting with the beautiful person on my right.
Hello. I'm Kane, and for that one childhood friend that I made up a fantasy language with, the Warren the Huarlan.
Kane, you created Welsh?
Yeah. Hello. What do I do? Talk about my character. I'm playing Reed Bogwater. They are a fairy and a druid. The art for them was done by @SidIdiot on literally any format, or just click down below. I think there's a link to all the artists. Dan, hi.
Hey, I'm Dan. Listen to this. Isn't that cool? I'm going to be playing Quinn, the wizard changeling, the creepy boy man person. That's me.
Who's your art by?
Oh, my art is by Michaelis Moshu, a wonderful, wonderful artist. Go and check them out. They draw amazing SFW and NSFW art. It's really cool.
SFW and NSFW? That's like all of it.
They cover all bases.
Good evening. It is 11 minutes to 8. My eyes, lest my eyes deceive me.
Yeah.
It's 11 minutes to 8. I haven't had my glasses updated in a good while.
That's quite a long, small thing to see, though.
Yeah. Speaking of long, small things to see. Up to about 350 million years ago, there were mushrooms on the Earth that were about 24 feet tall. I'm going to be playing Mastella. Oh, no, I'm not.
Oh, no! He's way too high level for this campaign.
He has to die.
Shit. I'm going to be playing Appleby Oakwood, the Soil Genasi Bard. There is artwork of them rotating in the slideshow just to my left, I guess, or is it right on the street? To your right of my, it's over there.
It's in the corner.
It's in the corner. It's by Joaz JPEG.
If you have eyes, you will be able to see.
Hey ferrets.
Hey ferrets.
They've written a lot of words there.
The
I'm
growth
glad.
is inevitable is what I'll take away from that, and you're so right.
It's true. Callum. I don't have a question. That's on
Oh,
Pirates.
thank fuck. Hi, I'm Cal. I'm playing Shadow. If you want to find out what my intro bit is, tune in to the next episode. Jamie.
Hello believers, my name is Jamie and it is of course Easter. That is the day that our Lord and Saviour Christ pranked everyone in Louisiana, which I've been told is where he was from. I am playing Coroner, the false prophet of a different god. They're also known as a cleric, as well as a doctor and spooky.
Who's your art?
Oh, shit.
Fuck.
Sorry. Arty Farty. Go follow them. They do great art.
My art is by really bad weather _art and they're also wonderful. Respect them.
One day we'll get this right.
No.
First try.
No.
We've been doing Pirates like a good 3 years and it's still a disaster
God
every
help us all.
time.
Hi, I'm Jams. For security purposes, my gender has changed on a weekly basis. This week, I identify as the plucky young protagonist of a children's detective novel. And this week, I am playing, as always, the Gunslinger Dragonborn Rodeo, and the artwork for my character is done by the ever-fantastic Sualainen Salaka.
Your interests are so professional. And
Because I know
you're
what I'm
new
doing.
to this.
There always has to be one person who holds it together.
Yeah. Watch it slowly deteriorate as I run out of funny ideas as we go through. Maybe we can make it another Patreon incentive that Patreon supporters can decide what gender I have. So, if that's a funny thing that you want to get in on, check out the Patreon. All the links are in the doobly-doo. And you can tell me what I am for a week. Please help, I'm having an identity crisis.
Tom, would you like to talk about the donation incentives you can do?
I'll talk about the donation incentives. They're also going around on the slideshow in the corner. You can donate some bits to us. Bits are like little bits of data, I think, that are worth money.
Little bits of Twitch.
You can give them to
Twitch
us.
bits.
You can give us little bits of Twitch for 50. No, God, I never usually do this. I'm waiting for the slide to come round. I'm stalling. How many,
Oh, you really couldn't tell.
how many bits is it?
150 bits for the low tier.
For 150 bits. You can give any one of us advantage or disadvantage in a roll. That includes Elliot. And then for
That's me.
750 bits, you can give us a natural...
It just sounds like our mic isn't on.
Oh,
Like we sound really distant.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
You can give us a natural 1 or 20 for that much. Or you can donate £5, or you can subscribe to our Patreon to vote on who receives our natural 20 or advantage or disadvantage.
Yeah.
Jay,
Patreon.
Oh, yeah, I'll talk to you about patron. So we have a patron.
who's our patron? Well, what have they voted?
They've voted to give us nat 20s and advantages. The advantage is going to Dan.
Oh,
Congrats, Dan.
Yeah.
And nat 20 is going to me.
Oh.
Damn.
Nice one.
Yeah.
We can hear you through there, so
Stone cold.
Weird.
Sure.
Yeah, well,
No, it says that they can hear us fine, so.
okay, cool. No,
Great.
it's my headphones.
Cool.
If you do hear any like weird,
Let us know if
yeah,
it's-
give us a shout.
Tell us what you can hear.
And also, please do check out the Patreon below. There's a bunch of cool other incentives.
Oh, there's so
Yeah,
many
you
cool
can get-
other
You
incentives.
can vote on stuff. You can take part in deciding who does Hub World stuff.
Yep.
I do artwork as a thank
You
you
do?
gift.
Dungeoneers
For-
pack, high res stuff as
Yep.
well.
So you get all the cool high res stuff from Dungeoneers pack. Everyone who signs up for the £5 or more tier gets a sketch from me as a welcome gift. So if that interests you, go check it out. But if you want to just cause some one-off chaos with no, time commitments, just, you can donate a £5 today and
Give us
make
some
someone's day.
Yeah.
Or
leave
give
us forever.
Yeah, give us a terrible time. It's up to you.
These characters have such low health that it will probably either kill them or save them.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's worth noting I did say at the start of the session that Coroner will definitely live this one, so, you know.
Oh, you've fixed it, huh?
I
yeah.
forgot to do it before we get started, so very quickly, a nice treat for the audience, you get to find out everyone's ACs and PPs.
Oh!
Reed, what's your AC and PP?
My AC is 13 and my PP's 14.
Nice.
Your PP.
Quinn.
11.
Yep. Appleby.
12, 11.
12, 11. Shadow.
15, 12.
15, 12. Coroner.
15, 21.
God.
21.
What
Rosie.
forget?
We're level 1.
I used my fucking thing!
17, 14.
You can
17.
skulk, I can hear shit.
Yeah, alright.
Cool. Thanks, gang. So, last we left off, the party have been in the city/town of Ria Priz for the last most of a day. They arrived at the beginning of the day, and it's now kind of the late afternoon coming into the evening time. What they've done in the city so far is go to a tavern and get a job from a guy that hired them to be here called Faisal. He has asked them to find his associate named Digby somewhere in the city, and also to accompany him and see what's going on with this rift that is due to be opening in the morning at some point. While you were in the inn, he told you about a nasty group of folk called the Crimson Gallants, who hate anything that is extra planar, who hunt down anything that has come through any of these portals, stuff like that, to a rather ruthless degree. They were once great heroes of the realm, but they have since faded into kind of both legend and into brutality. You've encountered a couple of people so far in this town with the symbols that you now know to be related to the Crimson Gallants, this red sun symbol, and eventually you found out where a few of them were hiding in the town thanks to a very good perception check by Coroner, some great lock picking from Shadow, and some teleporting from Reed. You managed to infiltrate their hideout in the town, and you heard sounds of someone being tortured down there. And as you kind of investigated further, you found out this was Digby, the person that Faisal has sent you here to try and find, a person that had been here spying on kind of the city in general, searching for anyone else that might be interested in this kind of great rift that is opening soon. You found him in a pretty bad way, getting a beat down on him from Wayland, a guy that was beating the shit out of him, guarded by a few members of what turned out to be the Crimson Gallants, wearing their classically red armour. Pretty easy to spot. After a brief exchange of blows, you managed to take the Gallants down, and you actually knocked a couple of them unconscious as well. The thug who was doing the torturing called Wayland, as well as one of the other guards who was guarding the kind of prisoner and things like that. We ended right as the combat ended. Basically, I think you searched a couple of the bodies maybe, but that was just about it. But we can pick right back up just after that fight has ended. I believe a few of you are on the stairs leading down to the kind of lower floor, and a couple of you are in this kind of lounge area where Digby is currently chained to this chair and to the wall.
I am with Digby.
Yes.
Now the fight's over, I'll start unchaining him if I can.
Cool. How would you go about doing that?
I'll search, because Wayland's next to me, isn't he?
Yes, yeah.
Cool, I'll search him and see if he's got any keys on him.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Okay. It's not great. Investigation is a 11.
Cool. You do find a large knife in his sock. See, this is kind of a secondary weapon for him, but you don't seem to find any keys
my
on
sock
him.
knife.
All right.
He also has the mace he was holding for the fight in his hand. That was kind of around his waist before the fight.
Is that a key?
Is the mace a key?
Yeah.
I mean, you could try and break the chains with it. So
It certainly opens key to destruction.
Okay. Then, yeah. I'll see if I can flag down Shadow if they're not doing anything.
Oh shit! Yeah, you got mad stabbed last time, didn't you?
I'm in pain.
Wait, well, I can deal with that. Could you untie your friend here while I see to your wounds?
Yes, sound.
Wonderful.
Oh, Callum was dying.
Yeah, that was so funny.
you see as well, now that this kind of fight is over, Digby is kind of just slumped in this chair. Not necessarily unconscious, but definitely just like resting and just like trying to recover his strength.
I spent most of the fight looking at it, like tending to his wounds. Is there anything I noticed past the superficial stuff we noticed at the beginning?
He is very badly hurt.
Yeah.
It looks like he's been wearing these chains for quite some time as well. Being that you kind of examined him, you would think he's been wearing them almost non-stop since the time that you think he was roughly captured. Which means, there's quite a lot of like bad chafing around like his scales on his neck, hands, ankles, stuff like that. But yeah, he's not like dying, but he's also not in really a good way. He's definitely had a lot of long-term injuries, which meaning he's definitely not at his peak right now.
Cool, then I'll just do what I can for him.
Cool. Yeah, over the course of that fight, I believe you were just tending to him. So he's kind of more comfortable right now. Some of the bleeding stopped from the kind of wounds he was actively getting. But he's just kind of slumped there.
Cool. And then we left one guy unconscious, didn't we?
You actually have two guys unconscious here. One of the guards was just knocked unconscious, and Wayland was knocked unconscious.
Nice.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
Keep hold of them for
Is there anything else specifically you guys would be doing?
What's the downstairs like? I'm at the bottom of the stairs.
Cool.
Rodeo was going to head downstairs as well, past because there was the captain.
Who we killed.
The sergeant on the stairs,
with the armour, and then the wizard, who did not last very long.
Yeah, they're both
coming up the stairs, so I want to know where they're coming from.
As you come downstairs, you can see Quinn just like squatting over the wizard's body, just like very respectfully quickly going through all of their pockets.
Cool. Radio's just going to kind of like go up against the wall and be like, all right, okay. Just kind of scoot past and not look. Because didn't you eat part of his face or something?
I ate a small part of him.
Okay, well that's probably
gone
still
now.
happening. Yeah, but still just
Read silently with you, like.
Radio's still not used to all of this weird shit.
Cool. There's a couple of you go down the stairs.
So I'm gonna head downstairs and see if there's anyone else down there, or if there's a doorway that leads somewhere else. Basically, is anyone else gonna join us?
Cool. Quickly as you search the mage, you do find his staff on him with just a quick search that he was wielding. It's just a black iron staff with a gem ruby at the top. Quite a large ruby as well, this kind of translucent red gem with kind of these solar flares around it, so that it kind of looks like the kind of capstone of the mace is a sun. And then as
sexy.
a few of you head downstairs, you see what was quite a large kitchen/dining area, but it has been converted into a kind of makeshift barracks. You see 4 bedrolls on the floor, very neatly made with clothes folded on them at the end, as well as kind of the usual things you'd see in a kitchen. You see the dining table has been moved to one side. That's everything you kind of see at a first glance as you kind of come down into this kitchen turned makeshift barracks.
Are there any other doorways out of this other than the stairs that we've just gone down?
There is a small door kind of on the, as you came down the stairs on your right, on kind of the far side in the almost kitchen area.
Okay, where does that lead if I stick my head through it?
As you go up to the closed door, just going to open it up.
Yeah.
You find a fairly decent sized pantry down here. It kind of leads down like a few, like 4 or 5 steps, and there's quite a decent sized cold store. It's built quite deep into the cliff at this point, so the rock is keeping it quite nice and cool.
Okay, but so there's no other like entrances or exits down here?
Do you want to give me an investigation check?
I would.
It'll help you because if there's a pantry, I was going to say I'm going to stick.
Oh, you're
quite
going to
close
help
to you
yourself
anyway.
to more
But
weird meats and
Quinn will
bones and shit.
totally go in and see if there's any food, and if they see any rock,
Oh.
food, yeah, I'll use that.
What do I do with the help? How does that
You
work?
get advantage.
Oh, thank God, because that was 1. Oh, that's not much better. It was investigation.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a +0. That's a 6.
That's a 6.
Yeah.
Do you look around? Don't seem
No.
to see anything in here but a lot of food. Quite a well-stocked kitchen, pantry even. You can see that they clearly had planned to be here for some time. Anything else anyone else would like to
Yeah,
do?
I'll be unlocking the things.
Cool, yes.
Trying.
Back upstairs. We flash back upstairs. Give me a straight lock-picking tools check, please, as you try and... Each part of him is actually independently manacled. He's got like a small lock on the back of his neck, looped into the thing that's around his neck. He's got a lock on each of his 2 feet and one on each of his 2 hands.
Oh, God.
He is fairly well secured down here.
He's fucked.
The chain that goes from his neck also attaches to the wall rather than to the like chair.
Well, let's free his neck first.
Then we can just carry the chair with us.
21.
21, yeah, the lock that's kind of, it's between this chain that's attached to the wall and the kind of collar on his neck. You managed to quickly prise that off.
Alright, cool. Shadow steadies himself as the double vision sets in. Cool. Next one, right arm. 19.
Also managed to ping that one open. Your lock picking skills have been sharpened to a deft edge.
Alright, right leg. He didn't need a leg. 7.
Yeah, can't. I spoke way too soon and you've completely forgotten how to pick locks.
That's fine, double vision. Left leg. 21.
That one you managed to get.
And left arm. 24.
Also managed to get it.
Right, I have an important question.
Yes.
Where the fuck were you last time?
That's right in the microphone.
It was.
It was right in the microphone.
That's right. There's a limiter on, so hopefully that shouldn't have deafened you all. But if it did,
Right, and then I'll give one more go at his left leg.
yes. In this time, Coroner, what would you be doing to try and ease Shadow's wounds?
Just kind of like dabbing.
Mostly?
I'm so out of magic. In the-
Give me a medicine check.
yeah, cool. Just trying to stop bleeding, make them less in pain. That is a 22.
22. What's your proficiency bonus?
+2.
Cool. That's a pretty good roll. So you managed to get 2 hit points back.
That's tripled the amount of hit points that I have.
You're bloody welcome.
So as you kind of spend this time, and now that you're out of combat, you can kind of begin to restore some of their wounds.
No,
No,
it's just stuck. That last
lock
half.
is it's just melted.
Yeah,
shut.
that was a nat 1.
oh dear.
Woof. Who won the Patreons? I didn't hear.
Dan got an advantage. I got a nat 20.
Brilliant. Nice. Cool.
Have we spoken about what the game of today's session is?
Oh, I've not spoken about the special Easter game. Quick diversion. Happy Easter, y'all. Jesus has returned. He has come back as a lich, I believe.
Oh, that's what the Stranger Things trailer's about.
Yeah. So our Lord.
Crosses the phylactery.
Oh, God. There's so many of them, though. Which one's the real one?
That's a challenge.
So at some point, instead of a dice, I will be rolling a mini egg. Each of the players here have a guess. To guess, I'll be doing it a couple of times through this session. If they guess correctly on a roll that I make with a mini egg instead of a dice, or with a dice alongside a dice, they get a prize. And you'll find out what that prize is when they do.
Nice. Thank you for reminding me. I'd already forgotten.
There we go. So that's the game.
Right, well,
That lock is just shut.
excellent news. Most of him's free.
You see, as he kind of like, now that he's mostly free, starts trying to tug himself and he's still chained down.
Here we are in a public place. Thank you for laughing. Right, so all of him's fine, apart from that leg, which we may have to amputate.
I don't want to do another leg amputation in one day, thank you.
Please don't cut anything else off of me.
No plans to.
You're awake. Okay.
Have you? Has that lock been like damaged, or is it just?
Doesn't appear to be. There's a few like broken lock-picking tools now on the side, like of it from Shadows.
I'll quickly use
We may
the
just have to
mend
smash
them
the
and
shape.
hand them back to Shadow.
Nice.
There you go.
Thank you. 16.
16, you finally managed to
Yay!
get your focus in, use one of these repaired lockpicks. Maybe it's slightly bent in a new, unique way, and it just manages to click in just in the right way as his other limb is freed. He's still got this massive kind of green-hued metal band around his neck. As we free him, we'll go back downstairs. Anything else? The three of you?
Can I just, as a side note, say Appleby is on the stairs at the moment between
I know
the
what
two
you're
rooms, trying to. He will have sort of, after the battle ended, he would have sort of sat at the top of the stairs and just watched as those three rush down, and those two sort of tend to Digby, and he'll bum shuffle slowly down the stairs rather than getting up. He'll like sort of gung, 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 because of his wooden foot.
Not one yet.
Oh yeah, it's not. And he'll go
Flesh
to
and
the
ceramic.
fallen body of the captain that was wearing all of that armor.
Sergeant, yes. He was wearing a scale mail armour, which is basically a full suit of armour.
Cool. He is just like hoiking this guy's leg up, plonking it on his lap, and trying to yank the sabotons off this guy's
Oh,
foot.
he's after the. Is that why you were asking about it last time?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to remove now that he's dead. You get this kind of like scaled boot, essentially, with this kind of red metal on it.
Sick.
Anything else you do? Searching him at all for other stuff?
Yeah, I might as well search him for other stuff. It'd be silly. It'd be silly not.
You find this on him.
Gifts.
I'm glad Appleby was the one who got this. I'm so glad.
Can Appleby read? This is a really important question.
Quinn's going to get changed into the Crimson Gallant finery that we stole from the chest.
Yes, cool.
Just over to the next however
Just
long.
downstairs. Cool. Anything else the downstairs lot would be doing? You've got this pantry room and this kind of kitchen turned barracks room down here.
Rodeo was mainly interested in whether or not there was anybody else down here, or if there was another way that other people could get in.
Yep.
Doesn't seem to be either of those things, so she's going to head back up and see how Digby's doing.
Cool.
Is there any honey in the pantry?
Is there any honey in the pantry? Give me a D100 check.
Interesting.
Oh! I haven't done one of those in a while. 18.
18. You search around, you can find other sources of sugar, but no honey.
Damn.
You can find some granulated sugar, some maple syrup.
Yeah.
Any particular reason?
I just like bees, so I thought it'd be nice to have some honey.
I'm sure we can find you some.
Wait, Radio, hold up.
So as you begin to start heading back up the stairs, you see Appleby sat on the stairs, kind of tearing this boot off,
away.
and then kind of reading this piece of parchment in his hand. It's getting a bit dirty.
What do you, what you got there, friend?
I think it's a letter.
Oh. Oh, thank you.
That's probably about the size that you are, if that's to scale.
Yeah.
You can't, as readers holding this, you can't see the
That's
line.
like, yeah, that's like a bed sheet to you.
Thanks. Vigilance reigns. Viper approaches, intent on Prince's gate. A clutch in tow. Eyes must speak by the break. The moving Viper brings us coherence. We go to adorn the mighty by the break. Watch what you cannot see. And then that symbol with like the eye, and then the swords, and then the sun.
Quinn, you hear this as well as Shadow and Coroner. You hear this from upstairs and downstairs, respectively, as you hear this letter being read out by Appleby saying something.
An exact copy of Wayland walks out of the food storage wearing the Crimson Gallant finery and goes, "Do you mind if I read that?" Oh, it's Quinn.
Oh, right. Yes. As long as you say something only Quinn would know.
You ate a chunk of that guy after the battle.
Okay, yeah, fine.
We all saw that. Anyone could know
We should
that.
talk about that at some point.
Okay, yeah, I'll talk about it.
Speaking of, we've got two unconscious gentlemen up here that might wake up at any moment.
You don't kill him.
And we have one more who may be coming back at some point.
What?
Did you not say that you...
Oh yeah, there's my trenchcoat dude from last episode was not one of these people. So yeah, there may be one.
Oh yeah,
at
well
least
I've
one other
blocked
person.
the emergency entrance just in case.
Yeah.
So
We don't know if there are any other entrances.
it's true.
Because I think there was another
There's
door
one here,
in
isn't
here.
there?
There's one.
There's an entrance.
On this floor. Are you on
Yeah.
the floor that Digby was being?
Yeah.
We're going back up, yeah.
Yeah. There is the kind of what would be the front door of the house on this floor.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, and you see it just like kind of normal door.
Okay, I would maybe suggest someone keeps an eye on that door.
It's like a. The bottom half of the door is all made of like this kind of whitewashed wood, and then the top half is like a square design of windows that are currently curtains drawn. It's kind of like a windowed door. Sort of like our front door, but like just plain glass in a kind of like little window format.
Can I flutter up and just like peel the curtain back, see if I can recognise where we are or see anything outside?
Yeah. Give me a perception check. I think for that. one.
okay at that, I think.
You should be, in wisdom.
Never mind. I cannot see out this window.
You kind of look out and you see the hustle and bustle of Ria Priz. You think you're on definitely one of the, not the top level.
Yeah.
You're not sure if it's the kind of ground floor level or the first floor, but yeah, it's one of the.
I presume a 6 would be enough to see if there was a guy trying to get in.
There's not currently a guy trying
If
to
there
get in.
was a face
so-
like right
I rolled a 6, do not see him.
I would like to use the rope from my general adventurer's pack that I have
Yeah.
to secure the two unconscious
Cool, yeah.
guards that we have.
No problem
Just
at all.
so that when they wake up, they cannot immediately start causing more problems than necessary.
You're an experienced bounty hunter. You've hogtied many
Yes.
a rascal. So you quickly.
I know a thing or two about ropes.
Give me a.
Sometimes in a sexy way.
What
What are you proficient in?
Many things.
In bondage.
Yeah, I am proficient in bondage.
Yeah, that one.
Survival, perception, insight, that's not. Animal handling and acrobatics.
I would say you can choose between animal handling or survival to make this hog tying check.
They're the same. It's the same number.
Cool,
so
you
it
can
doesn't
roll
really-
at advantage as well.
Oh,
You're deft
oh
at
my
this.
god! This dice is shit.
Quinn will take a moment as well as Wayland, and I will, while Applebee's still pulling off those sabatons, I'm going to straddle the sergeant and just very keenly take in all of his facial details.
Very keenly taking all of his
Okay.
Who I assume is Vigilant Reigns, because he seems important. And I'm going to slowly turn into him instead of Wayland.
Cool.
It's fine, right?
You do so.
I got a 15 for
got-
my hog tying.
You
by
got
the way.
15. That's a pretty good hog tie. Damn good.
What race was he?
I can tell you the races of all of them. In fact, as you search over the bodies that you have left behind, the dead guard was a half elf. The acolyte, who was the magey guy, was a high elf. The sergeant, who you're straddling, is a wood elf. Wayland is a human, and the unconscious guard is a wood elf.
Damn, elf.
Speaking of, I will get out my little book and I'll write them all death certificates and just
Cool.
leave them
You do
on
so.
the bodies.
Was the guy, the trenchcoat guy with his walkie-talkie?
Yeah.
Fancy walkie-talkie. I can't
Yeah.
remember what it's called. Sending
Sending
That's
tone,
the
yes.
one. Fancy walkie-talkie.
Yeah,
and his trench coat. He was an elf, wasn't he?
He was also an elf, yes.
Yes. Quite elf heavy. Have we seen any other elves around here particularly? Because it's a goblin city, isn't it?
You've seen a couple of elves. There is a sea elf who you would have seen as you passed by the kind of dock/market area a few times. But you have also seen a poster which you assume relates to him for travel to Rel Kaor. As the kind of there was a poster on the notice board you looked over that said to speak to Captain Noosh at the market, and you could probably presume that was him.
How did the wood elf sound?
Just the wood elf sound.
This is just for me.
You didn't really hear him all that much. He came up the stairs and died. Yeah, basically. He did a kind of gruff war cry, I think.
Cool.
So yeah, kind of gruff wood elf voice.
Well, I think I'll go. I'll walk up. All right. Should I keep watch or something? It might behoove us if they see one of their own kind.
It's true.
Yeah, just don't move too quickly. Give me the creeps.
Slowly.
Viper, moving. Anyone think it might be the dragon?
Yes, I had the same thought.
So did I.
Or I thought maybe Faisal.
Yeah, we're the clutch. And the eyes is Bigby here, is what I guessed.
Eyes must be
Digby.
by the
Every
break.
time.
I'm going to assume that the break, BREAK, is probably to do with the rift opening.
Yeah.
Beware the glare.
Beware the glare, hashtag.
We need to
The
get those
moving fibre
glasses.
brings us coherence. We must go to adorn the mighty by the break.
I'm going to slink out to that bedroom just to keep watch to make sure no one comes
Watch
down here.
what you cannot see. I must say, it's a very sexy logo. Whoever did the graphic design, chef's kiss.
Oh, God. I did have to paint the white sword on with white paint.
Oh no, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. I'd buy that on a shirt.
Nice. Cool. Crimson Gallants merch.
Oh no, Jams is joining the Crimson Gallants.
Hey, they're heroes of the realm.
I would very happily join a cult if they had a sick logo. if the merch was dank, I would sign up immediately.
Is that why you're buying merch?
Yes, this is a cult.
If only
Save us.
Jonestown had known.
Exactly.
They did lack certain
Yeah.
of their
They
graphic
did,
design.
yeah.
Cults, listen up. It's about merch.
It's
It's about the branding.
Get that link in your bio.
Anyway,
Anywho.
okay.
Well,
I'd really
I'm not
like
sure
this
that the break is the rift, because
What do
isn't
you
that
think
going to
it
be
might
the Prince's Gate?
Ooh, the Prince's Gate.
Because was it not a prince who
It
wandered
was a
off into...
princess.
Oh, right. Well,
So I don't know what the Prince's Gate could be. I think we need to wait for one of these homies to wake up, and then we're like, riddle me this.
Oh,
You sure it's not just the break of dawn?
do we want them to wake up?
That's very vague. Well, we need them to wake up eventually, because they might tell us something interesting.
There is still two of them.
There are two of them
Cool.
still alive, but currently unconscious.
Oh, I really want to call it.
You roll a dice.
I rolled something.
Oh, something. Could have been an
Trying to
egg.
figure out which.
Could have been an egg.
Does that sound like an egg?
I think there are multiple lands to that. I think that's an egg.
Could be a dice and an egg, though.
Yeah.
Could have been. It's too late now.
You found
What?
the D20 eggs.
Yeah, I will start sort of just wake up slapping
Cool.
Waylon.
Wayland, cool. Yeah, he takes a couple of hits and then go, oh, get off me. And he kind of like tries to move and realizes he's pretty well tied up.
I like just while he's waking up, just crouch down and get so in his face.
Oh, please do.
Oh my God. All right.
I was expecting someone else to do the talking.
Oh, right.
yeah?
Cool.
I'm
Still
rude.
getting used to our dynamic. Okay. What's the Prince's Gate?
The what?
Exactly. Cool. New question. What's the break?
Break. I don't know what you're talking about.
Shall I give him the letter?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just float in front of him like this.
What's that? Prince's Gate. I think I clicked the wrong thing.
That looks like a code.
Oh.
Well done. You figured it out.
Delightful.
Okay.
What you do notice is you kind of look closer at Wayland. He isn't actually wearing any symbols of the Crimson Gallants.
Uh-oh.
What's the other guy?
The other guy is. His
The other
armor.
guy is.
The other guy is wearing red armor.
Go back to sleep.
Okay.
Oh. I don't. I
Hey.
don't feel comfortable about killing him in cold blood. He's not
Hi,
attacking anyone
I'm
right
Reed.
now, but also
He was torturing someone.
he was tortured.
just to clarify, he isn't wearing the Gallants uniform, but he was the one doing the torture.
But we don't know why.
Exactly. He was asked by he was hired by somebody.
So this
We'll
could
know
be
something.
This could be a law operation, and we're just like we're on the evil side, and they're just tricking us. Like we cannot rule that out.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry,
Sure.
Reed, turn to you as you've been talking. What's happening here?
Oh, I don't know.
Hi. Do you know what the Crimson Gallants are, and are you like one of them? I know you know what they are. They're
Of course I know
famous.
what they are.
Yeah, that was a dumb question. Sorry.
They hired me.
Oh.
What do they hire you for?
My services.
Which
yeah.
are, apart from torturing, because that's obvious,
That's what they hired me for.
sick. Right, cool.
Do you
When
like?
they couldn't get the answers they wanted.
Oh.
What were they looking for?
Answers.
Yeah.
I will cut you. Be more
You have already.
specific. I'll do it again.
Answers out of this.
Actually, I don't think he hit you at all.
No, I
that was
Didn't I hit him in the back of the head with
You
a
did.
rock?
I think I shot him.
Yeah.
Oh,
I melted his mind, I remember that.
I don't really remember.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
This guy's not that useful.
He's not.
What are your rates?
My rates.
Hey,
Are you willing to pay more?
depends what your rates are.
200 gold a day.
Oh, no.
Well, no offence, your current employers are dead, so...
That's why I'm looking for new work.
Yeah, so why are you asking us to pay more? They're not even alive. Pay more than 0? We'll give you 10.
These are the only gallants.
Oh, no, they're probably not. That's a good point. Thanks
How
for
many
that.
more are in the city? There's 4 beds downstairs.
And there's 4 of us up here.
Okay,
I know,
answer
but
the
he's-
question. How many more are in the city?
There's at least one other guy in this city, and I do not believe that he is currently operating alone. It's bigger than that.
My job is to get answers, and if you want answers, you're going to have to start paying.
Have you got your glasses yet?
My glasses.
Yeah, beware the glare.
Very funny. Very funny indeed.
So what's happening tomorrow?
The rift is opening, I believe.
We could pay you in attached limbs.
We haven't even got enough of those for us.
Applebee's just been holding this like armor in his hand so far, and then like hearing that, he's like, "Oh yeah, but hold that one for me.
Oh.
We can sort that later."
It's just a boot. You haven't got the guy's foot in it.
Oh no, yeah, it's just a boot.
It's like a scaled male boot.
Pop it on.
No,
It doesn't really fit you with your mechanical feet.
Bastard.
Quite a nice pointy toe to it.
so
I figured I'm dead. Either way, out of this situation, if I talk to you, the gallants will get me. If I don't talk, you're going to kill me, so...
hey now, not necessarily true,
Are you going to
right?
protect me?
Huh?
Are you going to protect me?
No way would they be doing something like that.
If I talk, would you protect me?
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like truth speakers. Also, everyone's my friend. Hi.
Hi.
Yeah. So, tell me about your life and what's mostly now, like recent life.
Recent life, I was hired by the Crimson Gallants.
Yeah, like, tell me...
Torture Digby
Yep.
to get answers from him.
Okay, right.
What
next.
questions?
Questions my masters wanted answered.
Which were?
The Crimson Gallants.
I will.
No. Oh, dear.
No. I feel like I'm planting potatoes and picking up carrots here, all right? Just tell us. Thanks.
That's amazing.
I've already got one. Who wants
Pass
some
it off.
inspiration?
Please.
Yeah, take the point of inspiration.
You deserve it after last session.
Yeah.
Fucking need it.
What? Have you had any fishing lessons?
Fishing lessons?
Yeah.
No, but I believe Digby did.
There's a great guy in town for that.
So I've heard. Pay it, I believe.
What questions were you being asked to ask?
There are things that this Dragonborn knows,
Yes.
that the Crimson Gallants wanted to know.
Yes. And you were told to ask what questions specifically. Choose your words carefully, please.
I was told to break him.
Okay. And then they would ask what questions to him once broken.
I assumed something about the rift.
Ah, so you didn't manage to break him.
Of course not. Did you hear him?
Well, yes, I did, but you said that you charged 200 a day for torture, which I assume is pretty good, and you didn't break him. So you're a bit crap at your job.
Tell that to the last guy I tortured.
I'd love to, I'm sure he's fine.
Hey, Digby.
Damn, that was pretty good, actually.
That was amazing.
If you didn't just get a point of inspiration, you can have one there, so you can pass it off to someone else.
Who doesn't have it?
I,
I don't have one.
I've got one.
I don't, but you go.
between us,
Have it.
pay it in kind.
Right, well, you are hired by the Gallants, don't believe in the Gallants, and are unlikely to be able to decipher that code, so you are on my kill list, but I will leave you alive for now.
I thought you said you'd protect me.
No, they said they'd
Yeah, it
protect
was
you.
me.
Then he looks to the rest of you. You must protect me.
Yeah.
Alright, you haven't told us too much.
I told you what I know.
I've also not attacked you yet. Do we want to wake the other guy up?
Just before we do, Appleby like rumbles around in his pockets and sort of,
Oh no.
Oh god.
and then pulls out from in his shirt a golden bell and offers it to the guy.
It's like tied up. What do you want me to do with that?
You can like take it with your mouth.
I don't want a bell in my mouth.
I believe I just said that.
Damn.
Well, that's fast mockery. That's
nice
a joke.
Do you want it though?
Give me a persuasion check.
Has anyone taken the bell yet? I don't think they have.
No,
I want to find out.
Yeah, I really need to know.
I'm going to call that you just rolled a mini egg.
Well done, Dan! Ooh. Get a mini egg and a point of stackable inspiration.
Oh, look at you.
Folks, if you want to join in with this game, you can't.
Well, actually, you can, but you might not
You
have
won't
time.
get any actual chocolate.
Persuasion it was, right?
Yes.
17.
17. Put it in my hand.
Well done, by the way. That was so good. That's like the proudest thing I've ever done in my life. I'm so happy.
I'll sort of...
I'll take 10 steps back and just ready the short bow for any funny business.
he says put it in
His
his
hands are tied behind his back. He is literally hog-tied.
If I can get up and walk behind his back,
Yeah.
I'll place the
He's kind of on
golden
his
bell.
front, like, you know how...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
Hog-tied
give
the
it
guy.
We know Tom's hog-tied the guy. We were all
Obviously.
there.
It was, yeah, haunting.
Thanks for letting me out.
Yeah, he takes it. Cool. You feel, good about that.
It's a good thing, man.
It's a good thing.
It will look after you.
So do I not need to protect him anymore?
I would still rather he
I didn't say that.
Oh no. Okay.
I would rather I didn't die too.
Okay. I guess
one
you're
in
like my
here.
personal reward for now. Till we get somewhere safe. We're safe. Where can we leave you?
The tavern.
Oh, it's like 2 floors away.
Untied at the tavern.
Yeah, well, we'll see about
Can we
that.
untie you when we get there?
Of course.
Great. Cool.
That's going to look good going down the street as we carry this hog-tied man.
No, we'll just keep his hands tied up and I'll string him along.
That's going to look fantastic.
Yeah, what are a bunch of
Like the reverse
goblins
of
going
holding
to
a
do?
balloon.
Stop our
Yeah.
kneecaps?
Yes.
Well, they can fucking
I'll just be
try.
like,
There's a law enforcing orc elsewhere in the town. I'm sure she'd have something to say.
Yeah, and I'm a law enforcing dragon. Yeah,
but it's-
tell me if they want.
if anyone questions, I'll just be like, talk to the sheriff. Oh, that's rapport.
Right, well, we got another guy.
All right, take
Oh.
2. Maybe we should have tried the guy with the work uniform on the first time, but
I thought we did.
Yeah, this guy's just, Wayland is just wearing kind of standard leather armor.
I'm going to kick the other guy.
I'm gonna, while they're waking up person number 2, I'm gonna basically pick Waylon up and move him kind of so that he's propped up against a wall,
Okay.
in the corner.
It's rolled up like a roll man.
I'm just gonna bundled him up, and I've moved him out of the way.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna put him so that he's still in my eye line, just in case he tries to
Throw him down the stairs.
wiggle himself free or something. Cool. He's still in my eye line, but I've moved him out of the way a little bit so he can't interfere.
Cool. Yeah, cool. You do. You kind of face towards the wall. Something I just reminded myself of when I made that weird roll map reference. When you went downstairs and saw the 4...
Excuse you.
What?
There were 4 of those?
The 4 burp rolls on the floor. When you saw the 4 bedrolls on the floor, you also saw to the side where the table had been pushed, there were also a number of other bedrolls, not made, but kind of rolled up and placed alongside the wall.
How many is a number
Upstairs.
of?
You didn't go downstairs, but they would know it was below 10, above 5.
Okay.
Cool.
Number of.
Okay, so there are potentially multiple
Returning friends.
red friends out there somewhere.
Well, you haven't
You know
seen the
there's at
guy.
least Captain Trenchcoat. That's
Yeah,
not his
Captain
name,
Trenchcoat.
but that's all I'm going on so far.
Where the red friend redemption.
So, yeah, as you kick this guy in the stomach, you kind of Oh, God! Don't do that again!
I kick him again.
I asked you not to do that!
Yeah, well...
I'm just gonna prep spare the dying in case.
Okay.
You're
Is it a
hot.
cantrip?
Yeah.
You can just cast it if you want on him.
It's when they're like
Yeah.
in the
They have to
process
be
of
unconscious.
dying.
Okay,
When
yeah.
you like kind of get down near his face and be like, I think they'll stop kicking you if you just like tell us what this means.
That is exactly what will happen.
I can't do that.
I kick him.
Oh.
That's Waylon's voice, right? I can't do that.
Oh.
I kick him.
Why not?
Ow!
Okay, why not?
I can't do that.
Kick him.
Ow! Stop that, please.
If you can't, tell us why you can't.
I can't say.
Oh.
Listen, that gentleman over there, I believe his name was Wayland, but I don't know if we asked him. Is your name Wayland?
My name's Wayland, yeah.
Cool.
What a lucky guess.
He has
I'm Wayland.
lovely. He's offered us a lovely rate for if you were to change employers, and clearly your people hired him for a reason. So maybe
We hired him.
you start talking, and we don't let him do his work.
We hired him, yes. The Gallants. I mean, we hired him, yes. He's not one of the Gallants.
We're aware.
Yeah, we got that far. He don't know shit.
But he
We're
can.
hoping you do.
He can work for us. And I'm assuming, being the Gallants, you only hire the best. So let's think about what the options are here.
I could offer you something too.
Is that information?
It would lead to information, yes. You see it's kind of like smile, like begins to cross his face.
Can I insight that one?
Sure, yeah.
Never mind. I believe him. Oh no, I've got +6, so 8.
How do you like gold?
Oh,
I'm indifferent.
yeah, they ain't really my thing either. Honey.
How about the rest of you?
Okay.
I will put a hole in you if you do not start talking properly.
I am the son of a nobleman. If you return me to Kerdroth, he will pay a vast sum for my safe return.
I genuinely don't care. I just need that translated.
I can't translate.
Why?
I can't say.
Why?
Give me an intimidation check.
Why? Oh God.
You got it.
Where's it gone?
You got this, Cal.
It's fine. I've got inspiration. Better.
Bit better.
11.
Cool. He rolled a 3, so I wasn't made privy to the whole code.
All right.
It is a private code.
Cool.
You may privy to some of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm inferring from what you just said.
The code is usually developed between two members of the Gallants. It's unique to each pairing of Gallants, shall we say.
Uh,
I've got another question. What does that symbol mean? I know it's a gallant symbol.
It is a symbol of one of our order.
Okay. More specific.
What will you offer me in return for this information? Will you take me to Kerdroth?
I know
How
a guy
far
who
away
just
is
got a
Clearfield?
fishing lesson.
Pretty far. You're. Let's get a map cam.
Dun, 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 dun,
See, let's hope this works.
dun,
It does. So this is Rhea Priz.
Yeah.
Hey.
There's Kerdroth right there in the woods. There, it's a bit of a travel, but it's not the
Is
furthest.
this guy, did this guy say he's from Kerdroth, sorry?
He said he is the son of a noble from Kerdroth, and if you returned him there, he could secure a pretty sweet ransom for his return.
Did he say which noble he's the son of?
yeah. What's your name?
My name is Phylon Erlandir of House Erlandir.
Is that a name you're familiar with?
I'm not there. I'm upstairs.
Oh.
Keeping watch.
Oh, are you on the upper
Do
floor
I?
there?
Anyone?
Yeah.
Anyone proficient in history can give me a check at this.
Lol.
I am, but
I
upstairs.
thought you were in the
if none
room
of us
because I was about to call on
I-
you because I thought you were still on the floor.
No,
I'm not.
I would
shut
have
up.
shouted. I will shout up to the whole party to be like, House Alandir doesn't mean anything to anyone.
Tom, yes, you are from
Nearby.
Ildroth, so you would you can exit this as well.
if Shadow comes up and asks.
I'm proficient in history, but also extremely not from here.
Yeah, I'd say you can. You have been doing research for the area, so you can still make this check.
What would I have at this?
Yeah, everyone. Even if you're proficient at this, it's quite an obscure check.
That's still pretty fucking good.
12.
22.
22.
my
Cool.
God.
With a result above a 20, you know of House Alandir. It is a fairly minor house of Kurdroth. It's not in any kind of ruling position per se, but you do know that they have a fair amount of sway with the triumvirate who run the realm of Kurdroth. And yeah, you know that it's a real house, I guess, more than anything. And yes, the information lines up, and it is from Kurdroth. You would have kind of learned about this in your tutelage of kind of being a noble and making connections and things like that.
When you pop your head up to ask me, I'll just relay that back to you and keep.
Okay, so it's
I'm
a
just
real
sat on the
name,
bed in
doesn't
this
just
room,
make
kind of
it
kicking
up.
my legs.
Okay, so if you relay that to me, I mean, do you want to come and have a look at him? You might be able to get the same information.
I can take a look up there if you like.
Do you want to like take me in like this?
I am fucked. Whatever you feel is best. 'Cause
Shadow's just
my
logged out for the day.
yeah, basically, my plan at the moment is to just off them both because loose ends are a problem. So
Behind that.
if you want their faces, take their faces.
I don't collect faces.
That's not true.
Not physical faces.
No, but
It says wearing.
yeah, you are wearing. Well, no, you collect bodies.
True. Yeah, I'll go.
I think as a group we kind of do.
Yeah,
In various ways.
Yeah.
take someone out and I'll walk down and.
Coroner, you said you were happy to go.
Yeah, I'll take Digby upstairs just to get him out of this.
Well, he really, even with your kind of assistance, really struggles to get up the stairs. You see he is kind of weak. And this kind of thing around his neck does seem to almost be weighing him down.
Oh, he's still got the...
He's still got this,
thing around his neck.
band around his neck that was kind of had a loop at the back, and that was the thing that was padlocked to the chain that was then connected to the wall.
Does it have like some kind of opening system on it, or is it just like welded shut?
John, just give me a... What skills are you proficient in?
Insight, medicine, nature, perception, and religion.
You're really not sure. You can't find an opening on this thing at all. You're just... It's outside of your field of kind of
I assume it's very
expertise.
magical.
While they were doing the first interrogation bit, I would have just searched that room upstairs while I was waiting for them and just keep them watch.
Cool. Give me an investigation check so you do that.
and as they go down, I will begin the same watch that they were doing, to making sure no one comes.
Yeah, that's fine. 13.
13 investigation of this room. Cool.
Just skipping around them. La 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 la.
So this room, was the kind of like main bed chamber. The breastplate that is in the trunk in this room, in the lock trunk that Shadow unlocked, you do note has the same symbol on it that the sergeant had on his armor as well.
Yeah.
You can tell this might be a kind of alternate chest piece for his kind of suit of armor, something like that. You would have also seen actually when you kind of not looted his body, Tom, I should have said earlier, he also had a shield with the same symbol on it. He had a long sword and shield. 666. Was there anything else in that room that you would have found with that roll? No. Yes, you found everything there.
Go and rejoin the others.
Cool. Yeah, as you get back down. Sorry, who's taking...
So I'm now taking watch whilst Quinn goes down to either kill them or
and after I
finish
go
the
down,
interrogation.
Coroner and Digby go back up.
Yeah, can do.
Okay, so up in the bedroom is going to be Shadow, Coroner, and Digby.
Yeah.
Cool.
As it should be.
Cool, yeah. Both of you kind of help Digby upstairs in that case. Being
Is
that
he
he's very
still
weak.
conscious?
Digby, yes, he's still conscious. Very weak, but yes, conscious.
Alright.
Just quickly, who was the lady at the top looking for? You know, there was like a missing person, and we went.
Volthor, Slate Stalker.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eliza was looking for a dwarf.
Yeah, gonna float over to the torturer guy. She's like, just quickly, who were you torturing before?
Was I torturing before?
Yeah.
Some no name, you probably wouldn't know him. His name was Lucanius.
Him on. Just had an inkling, but it wasn't that.
Lucardius.
My
Oh, French
brother.
guy, yeah.
No, I know him.
No, you don't.
Lucardius Maxwell. Lucardius Maxwell.
No, something different guy.
No, you said Lucardius Maxwell.
Anyway, sorry, that was just an inkling.
Good guy. How is he?
Tortured. As you come down the stairs as well, you see
just
as
like him.
Phylon's face just shifts immediately. He kind of looks up to you in shock. Sergeant, what are you doing with these traitors?
Hold on, we've got a deal. We'll be all right.
What do you mean we've
You'll
got a deal?
live. I've made sure that you're gonna live.
Cool. Give me a deception check. Not a dis, but yeah, as you try to imitate his voice.
Use that Patreon advantage.
Your voice sounds a bit weird, Sergeant. You okay?
Yeah, mostly okay.
What kind of deal did you cut?
We're gonna give them some tip-top information, and they're gonna let us live. I guess.
Are they going to return us home?
Yeah, right. Yeah, sure. Anything you want. We'll get you out of here, all right? And I'll go up and just kind of give him a tender slap on the cheek.
Which cheek?
The right.
Okay.
The gay cheek.
Yeah.
Do you remember anything about the Viper?
No, Sergeant, no.
I'll give him like a...
Sure. Wiggle your eyebrows.
I don't think we should be discussing this, Sergeant. I don't know what's come over you. Are you charmed?
I'm sure.
Don't feel it now. Why? What's wrong? Look, everything's gonna be okay.
Cool. Give me a persuasion check. Or a deception check, if you're telling the truth or not.
Everything's not going to be okay.
Yeah, regardless.
I'm regretting leaving the room.
Deception.
Cool.
15?
Okay. I thought the Viper was, what we were coming here to deal with.
I'll just be whispering at this point. It's like trying.
He's kind of saying this more to the room, assuming that you would know this information already.
Yeah.
And
Surely, Sergeant, you must know more about this than I.
And have you told them anything of the Viper already?
No, Sergeant, no. I would never betray the Gallants.
What of the break?
Break, well, that'll be here soon, won't it? How long have I been out?
Not too long.
It's still the day before the rift opens, isn't it? I don't actually know
It
how
is-
much time has passed.
I'd say since you finished the fight, it's now been half an hour.
So what time of day is it?
It's now, let's say, 6:30.
On the day before.
On the day
It's
before the
meant
rift
to
is
happen
opening. Yeah. It's
at,
meant to open early-ish tomorrow morning.
Oh, so we've got plenty of.
I'm pretty
in-game
sure
time.
we were told that the rift was opening at the break of dawn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was sometime after the break of dawn.
Tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
basically.
But the break is dawn. I'll lean into his ear and whisper this next bit should be like,
Have the others come back? Do you know where they are?
No, Sergeant.
Kind of, look around.
He kind of like looks at you as if he wants you to kind of come back.
Yeah.
Are they coming to save us? Is this a ruse?
Hopefully. Kind of turns to the one. So do we have an understanding?
Notice Quinn's got the back to the other guy, their eyes just like wide, and you look like I don't know what I'm saying.
Who's this guy?
Brilliant.
I've never been happy.
You
to
are
leave
speaking to
the room.
vigilant terrains.
What? What?
It's my wrestling name.
You heard?
I did, Sergeant. Castus.
I think it's a greeting. I think Vigilance Reigns is a greeting.
Yes, and who is vigilant?
Well, it seems the jig is up, but
I'm gonna turn into this guy in front of his face.
I love how Quinn gives up so quickly at the most minor convenience.
That was a pretty big inconvenience.
Guess his fucking name.
We didn't ask you for it.
It was going so well.
That's so funny.
That is funny.
I wrote down that the Vigilant Reigns is the dead sergeant. I'm just gonna cross that out.
That is funny as fuck, though. Well, I'm glad the coded letter paid off for something funny.
And then I turn into him.
By the gods.
by the gods,
Okay.
it'll be like you're not even missing. You'll be fine, but you'll also be dead. So spill it.
With my perception, did I hear that from upstairs?
Give me a perception check.
Yeah, it's pretty good. 17 plus 6.
Yeah, you hear it. You hear it.
I'd also have told you exactly why I sent Quinn down there.
You heard the whole interaction. So yeah.
Cool. You can mirror everything, me? And I leave.
Yeah.
I just, back downstairs.
And I'm just a finished.
I just put Digby in the recovery position and go back to
Lie
my
him down
watch.
on the bed. Tuck him in.
But what if he throws up?
Oh yeah, recovery position.
on the bed.
On the bed.
Okay, yeah.
Listen to me. You are people of skill. You're heroes for hire, right?
Yeah.
We're something for hire. Yeah.
Well, you're clearly a formidable lot. Why not join us?
To our benefit.
Juggling positions.
A hero of the realm, a Crimson Gallant, protector of anything that might come to harm us.
We've heard rumours that the Gallants are slightly more violent and less gallant as of late. And what we've seen here kind of points us to believe that might be true.
Aren't all means necessary to prevent evil from coming into our world?
No.
Was this necessary? And I point towards the chair that Digby was in, which I assume is
very
currently
bloodstained chair.
covered in blood, chains shattered everywhere.
What was that man's crime?
Was he evil?
He was withholding us information that would help save the realm.
So we should torture you then. You're withholding information that we would deem worthy of saving our friend.
Your friend is not the same as the entire realm. As dear as they may be to you, that is not all of existence.
Neither are you, sweetheart.
I know.
So I suggest, if you've got anything to tell us, ain't nobody coming to save you now. If you want your family back home, to ever hear from you again, do they know you're in this fucking cult?
I could always visit them.
Do they know?
My father has given many of his scions to the Gallants.
Ooh,
Is your daddy proud of all this? And I point out, again, the mess.
I could be a member of
around
House
us.
Orlandia.
Oh yeah, you said there's a fancy old ransom that your family's gonna pay if we bring you back home. Well,
They could pay.
we could bring you back, collect the ransom, without actually bringing you back at all, and they'll be none the wiser.
My lord,
Can we?
Erlandir, will
We'll think about it. Depends what this
know
guy
the
says.
difference. Please.
Yeah, well, you didn't. Got you pretty good, didn't we, huh?
Yeah, just don't guess his name. You'll be fine.
So what exactly are you doing that's going to save the realm?
Anything that comes through that rift, it will pose a threat to us.
Okay.
Like the princes. And you see as he kind of says that and kind of like, his eyes go wide.
The what now?
I feel like elaborating.
Princes.
I actually might know about this.
Yeah, you were actually told by
Yeah.
Faisal,
Yeah.
the Crimson Gallants were famous for stopping the princes of the apocalypse, elemental beings that came through a rift similar to the one
I was
that is
right. The
opening
Prince's Gate is the rift.
tomorrow.
Ooh.
Princes of the Apocalypse.
Oh, so you think they're gonna come back, pay you a visit? Is that right?
They are bound to come back one day. They cannot be killed. They are forces of pure element. They will return. And the Gallants are the only thing that will stop them.
What if something comes through and it ain't that, huh? What if you're wrong?
It's not a risk my masters are willing to take, and I trust my masters.
Where are your masters? They here?
They would.
Y'all been sent on the front lines to fight their battles while they're sat somewhere safe many miles away.
Not safe. Fighting greater battles.
Where's that?
all over the realm.
Bigger than this? Because this seems pretty big to me.
This is big, but there are always elementals plaguing this land. There are always beings from other worlds plaguing this land. We do not focus our efforts in one place. We cannot. It would simply be chaos for everyone.
How many of you are here?
More than you know.
She asked for a number.
More than I know.
How many do you know? How many of you were here? How many of your little friends were in that room downstairs?
In that room downstairs was all you see in this room, plus the unfortunates who I assume you killed.
What, the torturer?
No, the captain and the acolyte are on the stairs. I assume you haven't dragged their bodies up here.
No, I'm still there.
Nah, they can stay there.
Guy with a trench coat. Looks very official. Same symbol as yours. And I kind of tap the symbol on his armor. He one of yours?
This is the symbol of the Gallants.
Mm-hmm.
A noble symbol.
Is that Vigilant Reigns?
Vigilance reigns is not a name, my friend.
Is it not? Oh, Oh,
Yeah.
I get it now. Oh my god!
Oh
right.
my god, we're still on that?
God, I've got intelligence of 20, and I over my
It's
head.
alright, it's been a long day.
Vigilant Reigns. Yep.
It's like a hell hide.
We were day drinking before all of this.
I thought Vigilant was a title.
Have you ever been through
Have I been through? Where?
one of the...
Why would I want to go to one of the abhorrent realms of the other worlds?
Do you know that they're abhorrent?
They send through abominations, so why would they not be? Have you been to the hells?
Have you been to Pondroth?
Yes, I have.
That's nice.
I was
isn't it?
raised nearby there, in fact.
Oh, I'm from there.
My house could offer you vast lands, wealth, anything you want near Pondroth.
And as we've discussed, we can get there pretty easily without your help. So
There's
we're going
vast
to need you
lands
to offer us
outside.
much different things than that.
You can get land on your own. Why are you working for a merchant?
Well, because now we have you, we can get more. And because he paid fairly well.
The Gallants pay well too. As do House Orlandia.
That's nice and all, but I think for most of us, we're doing it for more than just the money. I don't know. I can't speak for everybody else here, but I've got a favor in this deal that I do not think that you can offer me. Therefore, I am very attached to my current employer, and I don't think there's anything that you can offer me that would make me sway my interests.
You could swim mine. I'm not actually that.
Yeah, I don't speak for him.
Yeah.
Are we going to kill this
Very
chap,
few
or are we
do.
just going to
No,
bring
we're
him to
not.
Digby?
Try and
I
find out
think-
what coherence means. I think I've got everything but that.
I think our friend Fizzy might be very interested to meet this guy. So,
Pardon me.
excuse you, Q. But
We
I
should
think
definitely take him with us.
I think maybe our buddy Fizzy might be interested in saying hi to this guy.
Also, no offense, I don't think we're up to this. Like, we're just not very good at inquisiting yet.
That's all right. You know.
You're pretty good, actually.
Well, I've had a bit of practice, kind of rusty, but it's nice to be back.
Yeah,
It's nice to be back doing something that you're good at.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling. Right, come on. And I just pick him up by the back, like the ropes around his back, and I just kind of hoink him over my shoulder.
Cool. Are you getting ready to kind of leave this place?
I don't think there's anything else here for us. We might as well head back to the tavern.
Anything else you want to do before you go?
What are we doing with the
Yeah,
torture?
what are we doing with the
Yeah.
torture? Is he been as conscious
He can
this whole
come
time?
with us.
He's hog-tied in the corner currently.
I did say that I'd protect him, so I think let's
I don't
just...
think we need to kill him.
No, he just said let's get him to the tavern, and then that would be like my debt paid. And then
If we
just-
get him to the tavern, which is what we said we would do, there is nothing stopping us from
It'd be good if he didn't remember who we were.
giving a
If
shout to
Faisal
Liza
would
later on and being like, oh, by the way, there's this dude down here.
If I was Faisal, I would also want to kind of see the person that was torturing one of my friends.
No, I was going to.
Oh, yeah, I feel like maybe there's
Also-
a personal thing here that...
An idea. Is it worth me changing into Digby and maybe skipping along ahead just to see if anyone catches eye, just so none of the gallants see, oh, there's injured Digby and easily swoop him up again, or...
But then they might swoop up you.
Good point.
Yeah, are you in a state to be swooped right now?
No.
Now is not the time for swooping. Maybe the time is for snooping.
Maybe you're correct. You're full of them today. I love it.
Today's a good day. She got to shove a gun in someone's face, and she's like living the dream right now.
Change back into Quinn. The Crimson Gallant finery gets too big on them.
Shadow, as you're up in the attic room with Digby, you kind of hear as he's kind of slumped on the bed that was you can presume was being used by the sergeant, being that his trunk apparently was up here. And yeah, he kind of slumps back. Thank you for saving me.
That's all right.
Who sent you?
Faisal.
Good. Excellent. I got you come. Could you get this thing off me? What is it? I can't seem to remove it.
I'll have a look around for any sort of locking mechanism.
Cool, yeah. What are you proficient in as well?
Oh, fucking acrobatics.
Just give me a thieves' tools check. Actually, see if you can find anything that obviously would take a key or anything like that.
Oh, Callum.
Do you want an inspo?
Bafran Gula. I'd love one.
Have it.
What language was that?
That was your inspiration. So there's
Now 20.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. There is no lock.
simply held that for you for a spell.
Strangely stackable.
Yeah. We found a
Just passing them around the room. No one uses things.
Cool. As you kind of study this thing, there is no obvious hole or locking mechanism that you can see, but you do just generally get a really good look at this thing. What languages do you speak as well?
Common, Loxodon, Sylvan, and Thieveskant.
Cool. You can't read what this is, but as you can examine it really closely, you can see that there are words engraved very finely into the kind of metal of this collar. And actually, as you investigate it further, and you may have been familiar with locks made out of this substance too, but this is made of adamantium.
No.
Oh dear. Do you recognise the script?
Yeah, do I recognise what language it is even though I can't read it?
What languages did you speak again?
Common, Loxodon, Sylvan, and Thieveskant.
No, I don't believe you speak the language that this is the characters are based off of, so it's not a language you would even really comprehend, but you do see that there's actually a mixture from that Nat 20 as well. You see there's a mixture of kind of words and also arcane runes on here.
I need someone magical to get that off.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, mate. I don't want to fuck with it, because if it goes wrong...
Might be cursed.
Might kill you. And so far you're alive, which is, an ideal state of being.
An excellent point, but it's sapping certain abilities of mine.
Such as?
My breath.
Oh, right.
My draconic power.
Cool. Well, no, that's the wrong word. Well, it's not an awesome bit of kit, but not ideal.
I don't find it awesome.
No, well, no, you wouldn't. You're wearing it. Look, I don't. I don't understand most magics, so I'm not going to fuck with it. We'll see if anyone downstairs can get it off you. If not, you're alive. If you can't breathe your breathy thing for a bit until it's off, small price to pay. Or I can cut your head off, take the band off, and put your head back on.
I do fear that, honestly, could be one of the...
Not the most comforting bedside manner, is it, Shadows?
options.
I love it so much.
I'm so glad Shadows isn't a fucking nurse.
Yet.
Yet, oh god.
I do have a position open.
I do have 2 levels in cleric to take at some point.
Oh really?
Nice. That's the plan. Sorry, bud. No, I'm not getting this off you for now. Not nicely, anyway.
A wise being knows their limits.
Yeah. And me.
And Shadow doesn't.
I just don't want to kill you. Right. What did you tell them whilst we're here?
I didn't break. Good. I told them nothing of Faisal and who he thinks is coming through the rift. I assume that's what they wanted to know.
Yeah. There's a letter being bandied around. It said something about the Viper moving brings coherence. The Viper, pretty sure that means Faisal. Do you have any idea what coherence is?
understanding, perhaps.
Yeah, I figured that, but like,
I know
what understanding?
the
does that
Gallants talk frequently in code.
bring? Yeah,
Faisal has knowledge of what's coming through the rift, maybe.
possibly. But like,
I mean, we did ask him a lot of questions previously, and it was not that he wasn't telling us the truth, but maybe that he was like
Withholding
not-
ting.
Yeah, lying by omission. So maybe he knows something a little bit extra.
Yeah, the other issue is there's like Viper approaches, and there's also the moving Viper, and I don't know if Viper is, like Faisal, and the moving Viper was the great big fucking dragon that we saw. But yeah, something. Oh, there was a fucking huge dragon, by the way. You'd have loved it, I assume.
A rogue dragon or a...
Green, big.
Where? In these parts?
Yeah. Great big flying fucker. Had a load of like sacks on him.
I don't personally know any green dragons.
Oh. Well,
Not any that are aligned with the tooth.
maybe you'll meet one. I don't know.
I hope not.
Are you good to walk and move?
I
I can assist.
can, with assistance, sure.
Yeah, sound cool. Because it sounds like we're fucking off.
Oh yeah, as soon as Radio like hefts up one of the people, she's going to call up to you guys and be like, "We're shipping out."
Cool.
Cool. Anything else before you leave? Anything?
Did you check this room? Did whoever was up there? Did
Quinn,
you
you
check
investigate
for
this room.
any more papers or letters or
I
correspondence?
searched it pretty
basically?
thoroughly, I think.
Okay.
I'll just say you haven't searched every room in here so far. Well, it's fine if you don't want to do that.
Also,
No.
I did totally forget about the collar, but I know you mentioned arcane rooms at last
Yes.
time, so Quinn would kind of take a cursory glance.
Which rooms have we searched? We searched.
You searched the upstairs. You've not searched the room Digby was actually in. You've searched people in there, and you've also not searched the kitchen.
There was a kitchen?
Or sorry, you've not searched the kitchen thoroughly. The makeshift barracks that was a kitchen.
Oh yeah, if we do a quick search of the room that we're currently in before we leave, just to make sure there isn't any more.
Take a look at his necklace currently while you guys have a search.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we bring
Back here
Digby
in
back
5.
downstairs before we leave, we do one final sweep, and then leave.
Yeah.
Cool, yes.
Might be worth maybe heading out the front door just so we know where we are.
Okay.
Or at least like
Yeah.
going out there to figure out where on the cliff face we are,
Agreed.
and then we can always go back via the secret entrance if we want to.
It'll be close to the tavern anyway, because down.
Yeah.
And are we absolutely certain that these two are definitely being left alive?
Yes.
For now.
Yeah, I
100%.
think Faisal can get more out of them the weekend. And then we don't have to kill them.
Then, cool, right. I'm with you. Cool.
As bad as their crimes are, neither of them deserve death.
If
I
their
agree with
purpose is death, it'll find them.
Yeah, okay. That's true.
I'd just like to
So
expedite.
yeah, as
I'll put a hand on Shadow's shoulder and be like, "There'll be other times, friend. Don't worry."
who'd like to search the lounge? Who'd like to search the kitchen? And Dan will do a roll for you investigating the collar as Digby kind of comes.
I'll
downstairs.
search up here.
I will assist someone.
I'm going to kill the
kitchen.
spares. No.
Yeah. I'll continue to keep watch whilst all of this is going
Cool.
on.
Yeah.
I'll assist upstairs.
Cool. Give me a roll for the kitchen. Radio, give me a roll for the kitchen at advantage as Coroner's helping you.
What?
Investigation.
Investigation.
please.
Oh, flat zero, so
Appleby, could you like
advantage.
also help search? Is that all right? Or do you want to stay up here?
Oh, 15.
Nice.
Cheers. All right.
Oh, I'd have sold an helicopter with us.
Yeah, I know. It's not too bad anyway. 15.
Is Appleby helping you?
Yeah, I'm going
Oh, you are? Cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Roll with advantage then.
Sorry,
Sorry,
I didn't
yeah.
force you into that. It was just...
No.
It wasn't worth it. For 14, 15. 14.
15 or 14? 14. Cool.
The way I expect.
And you got 16?
15.
50.
Help.
Cool.
The main
15's
room.
all round.
50's good. So as you search up here, you do notice that there is a set of torturer's tools that you hadn't picked up on before, kind of stashed to one side of the room.
No, thank you.
And as you notice them, you see that they are covered in this kind of faintly bronze iridescent blood, which you can assume is Digby's. Sorry, brass, not blood, bronze. And you also find all the weapons of the guards that were knocked down over here, which you, on a closer investigation, you see these kind of almost glaive-like spears with handles that appear to have some kind of telescopic motion to them. So it seems like somehow their handles retract and extend.
Ooh. Love a bit of extra functionality.
And yeah, that's what you find up here.
All right. Well, I
So we
guess
can stab into the rift. if
take
necessary.
Just a really, really long stick.
Yeah.
We'll just shove it through.
Extend it into the rift!
See what comes back, like a fishing rod. I was going to buy that harpoon gun. What if we just shoot a harpoon through the rift and see what comes back?
Cool.
That'll be worth it. I might
Drag
use
it
the
back
whole
and find
thing.
the skewered dwarven
For 200.
princess.
Listen,
We got her! Mission
Yeah.
over.
Throw her at the dwarven city like, oh, we found her.
we did technically find her.
It costs 200 to buy it, but it might not be that much to loan it. We only need it for one shot.
That's true. I could just ask if I could borrow it for a day. That's a really good idea. I'll think about that later. Anyway. Yeah, okay. I guess
You gonna take any of those?
so there were the glaives.
There's 2 of those glaives that kind of have this extending
I
handle.
have no idea what type of weapon they would be.
They would count as a spear in the spear form, and then as a short sword in the unextended form. Both kind of having a both
Okay,
kind of
well,
curved
we'll
blade
keep
to
hold
it.
of them for a bit. I don't know if anybody can actually use them at the moment.
Yeah.
But we can figure that out in the break or whatever, that's fine.
Cool.
And then, I guess there wasn't anything else.
Nothing else up in this room other than
Fair enough.
the big chair that Digby was chained to, and the torturer's tools. Downstairs in the kitchen, you kind of search through the clothes. You do notice that all of these clothes don't seem to have any gallants insignias on them. They just look like kind of standard commoners' clothes. What you do notice on one of them is you see it has an embroidered crest on it, which has a kind of fancy E worked into it. On one of the piles of clothes, and you just kind of find their general like personal belongings.
Can I make a more specific check?
We found
Yeah,
it.
of course.
Self-insert.
Read like
It's Alice pajamas.
frustrated would be like knocking on bits of wall and floor,
Cool.
listening for like a hollow sound.
Ooh.
Can I make a perception check as an investigation?
Yeah, sure.
Cool, grand. I'm just better at
You can
that.
give that to me at advantage as well.
Oh, okay.
As you do a more specific check.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Cool. As you're going around, you kind of like start knocking. You don't notice anything in the kitchen, but you do notice the pantry door is open after Rodeo opened it, and you kind of like have a bit of a peek down there, and you think, why not? I'll give it a try.
Okay.
As you kind of go to the floor and
Trapdoor. Trapdoor.
you manage to lift it. It's not locked. This one. As you kind of
Okay, Reed preps for a heavy door, and it's like
It goes flying across the kitchen.
and you kind of like can smell salt air and seawater as you kind of look down. You can almost hear the sea coming through this tunnel, which appears to be carved straight into the rock, and it gets quite dark down there.
I found a hidden ocean.
That's quite an impressive feat to hide.
Yeah.
You just buzz on down. You go down into this about 10 feet. You see there's no ladder or anything. It's just like a kind of rock wall that you'd have to climb down if you couldn't fly. Down about 10 feet into this kind of pretty small tunnel. Not small for you, but which is lucky. You think maybe the size of a dwarf. You kind of are just going to keep flying down it. So you kind of
How far how long does it go for?
you can't actually see the end from here.
It's pretty far.
But you can even stronger now that you're down here smell this kind of saltwater smell, the sea spray, and definitely hear kind of like water hitting rocks sound.
If you listen really close, you can hear the ocean. Okay. Shall I keep going?
Is there a light?
I think the only person there is
Or is
Appleby
it
right
just
now.
me?
Oh no, I shouted up then I found it.
You shout it.
You can see that it looks
like
dark
I'm
down
still
the tunnel.
keeping watch on like
Oh,
one of the
okay.
floors above. I didn't hear you. I didn't hear shit.
As you
dear.
kind of go down there, what you guys, the rest of you here at the kind of on the top levels here, knock on the front door.
Oh shit.
The one that I was watching out of.
You
Well,
went
I
up to the
was-
bedroom.
oh, yeah,
you're
I was
looking,
on
you're
the
looking at the secret entrance at the moment.
I don't manage to look at the necklace.
Oh yes, sorry. Well, before that happens, yes, we'll do your necklace check. Give me an Arcana roll, please, as you study this necklace. As Digby kind of comes down the stairs, you kind of go in to assist, but with the kind of like sub-motive to look at this necklace a bit
The
closer.
language on the side.
Yes.
Dwarven, Draconic, Infernal, Silver.
It is in Draconic, some of the words.
Ooh.
The words on them, as you can pretty easily read this, they roughly translate to Tellurian fetter.
They translate.
Oh, thank God, because I was so
Jeez.
confused as to what that meant, but now we know.
And then, give me an Arcana check,
Alright,
please.
Fetter is the Tellurians. I'm going to use my Patreon gifted advantage.
Nice.
Thank you, Patreon.
Thanks, Patreon.
Nice one, guys.
Oh, it was still shit, but luckily I'm...
You can use a point of inspiration to re-roll one of those if you'd like.
It's all good, I'm pretty bombing Arcana,
Cool.
so that's still going to be an 18.
Still an 18, nice. You detect what these runes are on the side as well as the Draconic, and you can see a mix of abjuration and necromancy runes kind of on, kind of very nicely inlaid into this adamantium fetter that is currently around Digby's neck.
Oh no. If there's necromancy on there.
Abjuration and necromancy.
Brilliant.
Abjuration, so it's likely stopping something, probably stopping your breath weapon, I'd imagine.
Stopping my draconic abilities,
And then
yes.
necromancy, it's probably either, I don't imagine it's healing you, so it's probably either draining you of something or cursing you in some way.
I do feel cursed and drained.
It could be
That would be that, I imagine.
It could be that it's designed to keep him alive, no matter how much torture they do to him.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That could
He's
also be
been
the
down
case.
here a long time,
I
yeah.
have been down here quite some time. And they put this on me. This was the first thing they put on me.
Okay, well if we take it
Maybe
off,
it's
what
not
if he
taken off for now,
dies?
just in case.
Heal him up before it gets taken off, I guess.
Does healing work on something that's technically already dead?
We will burn that bridge when we get to it.
But yeah, as you kind of investigating this, and as you kind of go down to this hole, you do hear the knock on the door,
Oh shit.
on the front
Come
door.
in.
As you say that, I immediately turn into the guy that I called Vigilant Reigns.
Oh, the captain.
Castle.
Yeah, Castle. Castle.
Sergeant Castus, yeah.
Sergeant Castus.
Nice.
As you kind of do so, and this knocking happens, you do hear as Phylon begins to shout, "Help! Help! Help! We're trapped here!"
As soon as I hear the door knock,
Yeah.
I will, because I'm
You're holding them,
I'm like
yeah.
holding
yeah.
him, I will immediately like
Knock it
jam my hand in his mouth
Cool.
and be like,
Yeah, you do so.
Don't come up! Don't come up! And I would start like pretending that I'm just hurriedly putting my clothes back on, and I'll start rushing downstairs.
I'll start dragging Waylon downstairs.
Okay, as you,
either that or just like towards the sides of the room so that when you immediately open the door, they're not like in your eye line. So kind of like into one of the far corners so that it's not immediately obvious that there's a bunch of people tied up in this room.
Cool. Coroner, as you're dragging
You're
Wayland,
currently in a pit.
as you're dragging Wayland, he kind of looks up at you and says, "Set me free and I'll fight for you."
I'm gonna inside that.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll. Shouldn't have.
We might not need to fight. It
God,
depends.
that's a 10.
Might be the Avon lady.
It's a 10. You believe him.
Oh dear.
As you kind of like, "Hello."
Open the door.
Oh god, is it the guy with the fishing lessons?
As you open the door, it's a goblin you recognise. It's Nuglets, and he's standing there with Kaith and Nasty, just waiting outside the door. And as he kind of sees you, he said, Vigilance reigns?
Vigilance Reigns.
Yes, that's me.
Yes.
Vigilance reigns?
Vigilance Reigns. No, open
Okay.
open the door.
As you do so, give me a performance check.
18.
18. Yeah, you kind of open the door
I
and
wasn't
like...
expecting it to be these guys.
Kind of open the
Button up my
open the
shirt.
door wide. Where are the rest of you?
I have
I'm
stayed
down in a corner with a guy like this.
You're upstairs with me. Where are you?
We were looking in the kitchen.
I'm
right?
60 feet down in a pit.
Oh, what?
Oh yeah, you're in the kitchen. You've watched as Reed has descended into the pantry.
Yeah, I found a
I
secret
just
trap
got down
door with
like
the
a
ocean
little
in it.
pit.
Yeah, and is in a pit. You two are in a corner with the two.
Oh, I've tried to drag Waylon downstairs.
You've tried dragging downstairs.
I went to
Okay.
the kitchen.
Cool.
Yeah.
Would you
Yeah.
go with dragging as well?
I probably don't have enough movement.
Cool.
I probably have to cross the path of the doorway.
Okay.
So I'm trapped in the corner and I've just
Yeah.
got this guy like
Like
this
so, the
being
door's like here, and you're like in the corner on the side.
now.
Cool.
But
Like,
also I'm trying to like hold him with one arm while I'm slowly reaching for my gun.
cool. You managed to do so.
In response to what Waylon says to me,
Yeah.
I trust him with that.
Oh,
so
no.
I will quietly say,
Yeah.
if you betray us here, I will not stop what the others do to you. And I will untie him.
He said, "Fair enough. Get me out of these." And you kind of on the staircase, you begin untying him. You're like literally like hugging the corner, Rodeo, just there with
we're shoved up in the
Phylon,
corner.
literally your hand in his mouth. He's
Yep.
and kind of as you open the door, it opens inwards. So kind of the corner that you're in is concealed by the door.
Oh, sorry, I'm literally hiding
And I'll
behind the
turn
door
my
like in a
body block a
cartoon.
little bit as well.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I'm in.
I'm just like this.
Make
So
him
as
dead.
wide as possible.
As you see, they kind of like come into the entranceway. They're kind of looking directly at you, and they say,
Kaith,
There's a lot of blood on the
nasty.
floor.
Greetings, my lord. And he said, greetings, Sergeant. Is that you?
Sergeant Castus.
Oh, we were sent to find you. We were told we had common enemies.
And these enemies would be?
Some newcomers to town. Your friend, he said he saw us fighting them, and we might want revenge for our mate.
The ones by the bar.
Yeah, that's them.
Yes.
Yeah, they killed Sweet.
They killed Sweet.
They killed Sweet. He was our mate. He's a bugbear. He was a lovely guy.
Must have been an absolute weakling.
He was a lovely guy. Must have been.
Well, you have come to the absolute right place. You are safe here.
Are we to
Are you
serve?
saying that to us or to them?
Are we to join the Gallants?
You are indeed to join the Gallants. Gallants we will make of you.
You see,
Let's go to the kitchen, shall we? Refreshments, a drink, possibly. Nasty nuggets,
You
an
see it?
ale.
you see, as this kind of like brightens their faces. Yeah, they're kind of like the two goblins look at each other. This is great. I love the Gallants.
Lead the way. You don't know where it is.
I don't. You should lead, my lord.
I should.
Quinn like takes a step in the wrong direction and then walks towards the kitchen.
Kind of like they do a cursory glance around the room as they enter.
Do they spot the 3 bodies that are littering the floor?
Pretty bad check from them, as what instantly draws their eyes is a massive bloodied chair on the far side of the room, which is a pretty
It's
big
gloomy
eye.
here. All the curtains have been
Big
drawn.
eye grabber. As they kind of like look to you as, what's happened here?
For people who cross the Gallants.
Right. Is that what we're going to do to them? And Kaith says, I'd like to show that soily fucker some time in that chair.
That dirty boy.
Well,
Applebee's ears prick up from the kitchen. Somebody sees soily fucker.
certainly arrange for you to see that soily fucker. Why don't you take a seat? Try it out. It's actually rather intimidating once you get in there. It's a bit of a trial, if you will. An initiation.
Give me a persuasion check.
That's so good.
Persuasion.
Do I want to try and roll higher?
Now you've got to down a pint out of your shoe.
Nah. 18.
Is this a college
18?
now?
He kind of like, Kaith kind of like looks to the two goblins. Yeah, it'll be a laugh. And then kind of like sits down in the chair.
I'll kind of like look over the banister and just give a... I'll try to mimic the whistle that Appleby does sometimes. Like...
Rodeo, from the corner, you can see this all going. The goblins, their two backs are kind of to you at the moment. You're kind of in the corner, shrouded a little bit by the darkness that's kind of in this part of the room. Kaith also is kind of, the chair is almost facing the stairs that lead downstairs, so also not really looking kind of in your direction. You can see Phylon is kind of, but from the conversation that's being had, it doesn't seem to be being heard at the moment.
So I
Roll.
missed what Quinn
badly.
just said. What are you trying to convince them of?
I've just convinced Kaith to try
sat-
out the chair.
He just sat on the chair. Nothing's like locked him down or anything like that.
He goes and sits in. I'll just walk up behind it and just be like,
Pretty intimidating, huh?
Yeah, I reckon if I was...
How about now?
I'll let you out, don't worry.
You lock him up and they do close automatically and... Yeah, that's pretty nasty.
It is, isn't it?
I'll come up the stairs at this point, having heard Quinn do the.
Cool.
That's the one.
Appleby comes up the stairs, going.
Oh, what the fuck? As he instantly sees you, as the chair is facing that way. What the fuck? And he looks up at you.
I'll turn into him.
Oh, nice.
As you do that, the game has been given away. Rodeo kicks the door shut.
Nice.
So the door slams, drops the guy. He probably starts screaming immediately, but it is no longer relevant that we are quiet.
Yeah.
And just stands in the doorway and pulls her gun out.
So I walk in clapping and just saw you figured it out.
As you come up the stairs saying that, Rodeo drops Philo on the ground, kicks the door open, draws their gun. Quinn, you transform magically into the shape of Kaith. I'd like you all to roll initiative. As the two goblins, seeing this, both draw their goblin shivs. You're in the tunnel.
Yeah, tell me. I hope I find the ocean.
I want
Fucking
to.
chair.
I want to maybe keep one of them alive because
We got
they
one
said,
tied up.
Exactly. They said your friend
Yeah.
told us about us fighting in the bar, so I want to know who
I
their
assume
friend
it's
is.
Trenchcoat.
I want to. Yeah, I think it's Captain Trenchcoat. I'm very interested in Captain Trenchcoat right now.
Rolling okay when it matters.
We've got a guy in a torture chair and someone's just freed our torturer. So
Yeah.
he could earn
Oh
freedom.
shit! Yeah, we could pay him.
Oh yeah, torture.
Okay, what did y'all-
That's what the band does as well.
What did y'all get for initiative?
Oh yeah, he might be able to
Reed.
take it off.
9.
Oh, sorry, let me get a different colour pen. With the pens!
Oh,
Sorry, Reed, what'd you get? 9?
9,
That
yeah.
sucks.
Doesn't matter. I'm going to the ocean.
Quinn,
Mine's worse. 8.
that sucks too. What the fuck?
Suck. Initiative.
Appleby. The Oakwood.
11.
Woo, that's pretty bad too. Come on, guys. Shadow.
30-20.
Nice, that's more like it.
Yeah.
Coroner.
14.
14, nice. And Rodeo.
Also 14.
Nice. Ooh, combo move. Cool. Ah, no. Oh, no.
Did
Right.
you just drop an egg?
No.
Is that your guess?
Maybe.
You only get one.
It was a 10. It's fine.
Damn it. No egg for me.
No, I won't count that as a guess. Right.
I keep forgetting about that egg
So
thing.
do I. Yeah.
Forget.
There was definitely
Okay.
one earlier. I remember that was a weird dice. I was like, damn.
Cool. Up first, surprisingly, is Shadow in the bedroom.
With the candlestick.
With the candlestick, bludgeoning Digby to
just
death
gonna
again.
start.
No!
You do hear it's just kind of like.
Yeah, you would hear all the snuffle
what would happen
downstairs.
is, as the door opens, Shadow would be intently listening, going, "Okay, 1 voice, 2 voice, 3. Oh, right. Okay, familiar.
It's that guy who called you a circus.
That one.
Yeah, you would probably recognise the voices. This you
Yeah.
heard them earlier this day.
Cool.
Oh yeah, it was literally a couple of hours
Yeah,
ago,
a couple
wasn't
of
it?
hours ago.
It's
So,
been 4 weeks to us, but in the real, in the real world.
with 30 feet of movement.
Yes, you could get down the stairs.
Get downstairs.
You'd be. You'd have 10 feet of movement down the bottom of the stairs, and I'd say you could get into combat with like the back goblin if you wanted to get in close combat.
The gallant that Rodeo dropped.
Yes, Phylon.
Phylon.
He's by the front door.
Cool.
Yeah.
Screaming bloody murder the
He is-
second that he is dropped.
The door is now closed, but yes, he is still calling for help.
Cool. Short. Can I just get to him with my movement?
You would be able to get to him with your movement,
Cool.
yeah.
Because range would be at this, and
Yeah.
on the floor melee is advantage.
Yes, and he's tied. He essentially would be restrained. Is that a one? Yes.
I will.
Your attack rolls have advantage.
Nice one. Non-lethal, just blunt bit of the short sword
Cool.
into the
I'm
back
just
of
gonna
the
try and
neck.
shut him up.
Yeah. Definitely. 24.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, 1 hit point as he's only just been roused from consciousness.
Cool.
Knock him out. Cold. The
Might,
goes silent.
I might not be able to not kill him. 'Cause that's
You
short sword plus sneak attack.
if you were just going with the bar of the weapon, I could just
Cool.
count it as like
That's
1 plus
fine.
your strength.
Yeah. Cool. Right. That's him quiet. Yeah, I'm not taking Applebee's kill from him. And I
Anything
will
with
just,
your bonus. That would be all your movement, but yeah, you got your bonus action.
bonus action. Just think to myself, please don't hit me. Please don't hit me. Please don't hit me.
Wait, because you've only got like 3 hit points,
yeah.
haven't you?
Oh yeah, you don't have hide as a bonus yet, do you?
Yeah, goblin shivs me. I could be dead. But yeah, I will.
That's alright, I'm right by the door, so they'll have to get through me first.
Yeah, you kind of run up next to
I
Ryan.
will.
Yeah, I'm the buddy system right now.
Yeah, I'm going to move behind you. So
That's
that if anyone
you can hide
comes
in the coat if you want.
Yeah.
The massive elephant.
I'm bigger. We've established Rodeo's
Save me,
bigger.
Grandma.
True, yeah.
It's alright, sweetie, get in here.
Shadow does look a bit like your shadow in this way, being that he's just a bit wider. So yeah, kind of just kept this dark shape behind
It's fine,
you.
I'm more than happy to kind of,
Cool.
on my turn, take a step forward. So that
So yeah, bonus action will just switch to the short bow and get ready for my next turn.
So you're kind of back to the door now. Yeah, cool. Short bow. Short bow out, did you say?
Yeah, short bow.
Cool. Brilliant. Who's up next? Next up is Kaith, in fact, the second roll on the initiative.
What's he gonna do?
He's going to make a strength check, see if he can break out. He doesn't.
That was an egg.
It wasn't an egg. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Here you go, Cal.
you get an egg regardless.
You get the egg, but you don't get
I
the
don't get
point of
the-
inspiration.
I want to know.
Yeah, that's, I didn't want it.
Yeah, you can guess.
Yeah, I will. Don't worry.
It's a fun game, not a
It is a fun game.
Yeah.
Tasty game as well.
Yeah.
Kaith does that as his action. Then he's also going to start shouting as his bonus action.
Oh, no.
Up next, Coroner and Rodeo, I believe.
Cool.
Yes.
What do you want to do?
I'm going to firstly, with whichever action you would deem it as, say to Waylon.
Oh, I didn't roll for Wayland. Sorry.
Oh,
Hang on.
shit. Is he at the bottom?
It's 3.
Oh, buddy.
He is not quite at the bottom though.
I will say to him, no killing, no running, and I will head upstairs.
Cool. That's just, you can do that for free.
Cool, then I'll do that for free.
It's a short little thing, so yeah, it's free.
You mean running away or just running generally?
Yeah, so he very leisurely walks behind you on the stairs.
They casually stroll. If I see as so much as a saunter, he's dead.
Both feet leave the ground at the same time.
Yeah.
He is
Yep.
done for.
I draw the line at a trot.
Yes. I'll head upstairs. Just kind of 2 fucking goblins hanging out with us. Isn't
2
it?
goblins and Kaith manacled in the chair.
Yeah, cool. Sweet, in which case I will just...
No, he's dead. Sweet's dead.
Alright, he's sweet.
He's such a nice guy.
I will attempt to non-lethally toll the dead one, the goblins.
Okay, cool.
Non-lethally eviscerate.
Non-lethally destroy their
In
mind.
which case I need a saving throw, I believe it's
Saving
wisdom.
throw wisdom.
Yeah,
Cool
yes.
beans. 11.
I'm pretty sure that passes, seeing as mine is a 14, so it doesn't go, it
Cool.
goes through.
Fails. Which one would you do this on? Nasty or Nuglets?
Nasty. I care for nuglets.
Can we tell the difference? Like, is there a... how do we tell the difference?
Nuglets has got an ear piercing on his left ear. Nasty has an ear piercing on his left ear. Nuglets has a big nose piercing.
Okay, cool.
So that's like a pretty distinguishing feature between them.
Otherwise, they're identical.
They are actually very similar looking.
I took them damage.
No, well, yes. Now that you just...
Well, not including this. Would I roll a d12 or a d8?
They haven't been damaged in this fight yet, so no.
Cool,
You're
so
just,
they've healed up from earlier today.
They do appear to be back in full working order.
Bastards. Max damage.
This was on... Which one was it on again? Nasty or not?
Nasty.
Nasty, yeah.
They care for nuggets.
Just a slap up the top there.
Sweet, in which case that's 8 damage.
8 damage? How do you non-lethally toll this dead goblin?
Again, just like to him, the room goes dark and a pair of
totally
spectral green
unconscious.
eyes appears, like almost floats up from the staircase. And he hears this awful tolling in his head, and it just like scrambles him to the point of
You
unconsciousness.
hear him scream, Nuglet, save me! And then he collapses on the ground.
Oh.
We're going to end up best pals with these
Anything
guys.
else? Bonus?
Bonus action, I will prep Spare the Dying on if anyone in the room goes down.
Cool. Rodeo, Appleby, you're on deck.
Cool.
Cool, so it's just the other...
One goblin and Kaith in the chair.
They have
Is-
8 HP.
They have 8 hit points, apparently. Or less.
Or lower.
Can you shoot someone non-lethally?
If you get them in the
A
ankle.
pistol?
Yeah,
Yes,
you can do a cool shot.
Oh, we had a terrible time with that last
did
time.
have a
I
terrible-
don't think a 24 AC is going to be on a fucking goblin.
That was because he was also wearing armor.
I know, and also I was a arrogant fool. However, I have learned nothing. I'm going to do it again.
Cool. What cool? Are you going to go for the head, the arms, or
If
the
I want
legs?
to be non-lethal, I'm not going for the head, Elliot.
Well, I don't know. You could be fucking...
Non-lethal
Do you want to give me a fucking piercing in his other ear?
Just go for the spinal cord.
No, I'm going to make sure that he can't move, so I'm going to go for the lower half of the body.
Cool. Go for a
I'm
leg.
going to go for a leg.
Go for it.
Do it.
Give me an attack roll.
I would love to. Oh, that's a 19 before I've rolled
19.
anything else, so that's a 7. Yeah, it's a 27.
That hits.
Thank fucking
Hits him
stars.
right in the leg. Roll your damage.
Yeah, right through the calf muscle, so that he kind of. So I
Hurts a
want
lot.
Oh, that's
Oh,
8.
There we go.
That's 12.
That's 8. Cool. You
He's very much down on the floor.
blast through his leg. The kind of top half of it is ruined.
Oh,
As he collapses to the floor saying, Nasty, save me! As he
His
lands
mighty
on
unconscious
top
friend. Oh,
of
no.
Nasty.
This didn't go well for them.
Oh, they've had a very bad night.
They thought they were going to be heroes of the realm.
Thunder waved into chunks. The ones have been just beaten up.
This has been the worst 3 hours of their lives.
Anything with your bonus action?
Is there anything I can do at the moment?
You could
Save me.
spin your gun real cool.
Oh, I did that last time. That was pretty cool. Is there anything I can do to help you at the moment?
Don't kill me.
I mean, I don't plan to.
Cool, than that.
You can just kind of move more in front of Shadow.
Yeah, I will.
So don't
I
you
will
move
kind
it.
of,
You
no,
can move,
I'm still at the front door.
Yeah.
Is there a bolt or something on the?
Yeah, there is just a kind of manual bolt.
All right, then before I move away from the door, I'm going to make sure it's locked from the inside.
Cool, yeah, bonus action.
So
It's like the bolt action of a gun. You're very familiar with it.
So if anybody else is coming, they do have to knock again. And we'll be like, no trick or treaters today, thank you. It's
Indeed.
not Halloween yet.
It's Easter, in fact.
It's Do they have Easter in Ellseworld?
No, this is why I did the Easter game instead of making it like an in-canon
If the
Easter
princess
thing.
comes back, can that be Easter?
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, she is risen again.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hallelujah.
So, Appleby, you're up. Kaith is in the chair.
Is there a chair nearby? Another one.
In the corner.
Are you going to draw a chair up and have a chat with him?
So there's a big kind of couch chair in the corner, but pretty big.
How far? Oh, pretty big.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, then I'll just approach the chair that he's in.
Cool.
Sit on his lap.
I'll stand opposite it, and I'm going to sort of move as though I was about to sit down. And while Appleby does this, he sort of moves very slowly, very gracefully, and just sort of lets out a soft chuckle, not breaking eye contact with Kaith.
Cool.
While I do that, I'm going to cast Silent Image. And around me, in basically like a 15-foot cube, it's going to look as though like plant life and moss and all of that is growing out of the ground, surrounding both me and him. And in the plant life, insects are going to sort of scramble and start lighting up to write the words, "Take the good thing," and I'll hold out a golden bell to him.
Cool.
Cool. Give me a persuasion check.
Cool. I will give you a
I'm thoroughly
persuasion check.
threatened. He has already killed you once today.
Yeah.
This is a very interesting relationship dynamic we're setting up here.
Was that an egg?
Was that an egg? It was not an egg.
Callum!
What are you listening to me for? I clearly don't know egg sound.
This is true.
It's an 18 to persuade.
It's an 18. Fine. Fine, they'll get you to stop. And he kind of like, his hand is manacled, but he like turns it over and kind of like, give it to me then. Leave me the fuck alone.
I place it in his hand. And the silent image behind me, the bugs sort of start falling away, and the moss and stuff starts like dying and creeping. And underneath, as the moss sort of fades, is just mountains of skulls, just all looking at this guy.
Cool. Give me an intimidation check and take a point of inspiration because that's cool.
Oh, this is fucking terrible. Because can we see this?
Yeah, I mean,
Shadow, Quinn. Yeah. You've come back upstairs.
okay.
Yeah. Everyone but Reeve would see this.
Yeah.
I mean, you're still in the pit. Forgot about you.
I'm having a great
It's
You
not
have no
actually,
idea that anyone's here.
It's not actually a very good intimidation.
Oh no.
It's only an 8.
Cool. You rolled a 2. I'm rolling real bad this session.
He's very scared.
Yeah, he is. Literally just peed his pants.
I think I can do that with silent image, right? It's just an image that is silent.
Yeah.
You can
Oh, yeah,
cause
you
the
can
image
change, yeah.
to move and change.
Yeah, that was hauntingly inside the spell's description. Anything else you'd like to do? Was that your main action?
Yeah, I mean the spell's in action,
Cool.
and I gave him the bell, so yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that would be a bonus. Yeah. So Reed, you're up in the pit. Give me a perception check. See if you can hear what's going on upstairs.
Are we still in initiative, being that he's like tied up and pissy? Are we still in initiative order?
That is a good point. Actually, yeah, we can go out of initiative order here at this
Carry on with
stage.
people upstairs then. That's
Cool.
fine.
No worries.
I mean,
I do need to know what's going on in the pit, though.
I wouldn't be making a perception check anyway, so it's just my passive.
That's fair. What is your passive?
14.
14. Yeah, you probably wouldn't hear what's going
That's
on now.
fine.
You're so low in the earth.
If it was like hugely essential, I need to get up, I might have made a check. But
Yeah, I think they'll probably be alright.
yeah.
Yeah, as we kind of draw out of combat, Quinn, you were next in the initiative, so if there's anything you'd like to do, kind of like on the spur of this combat ending.
I was stood right in front of the
Yeah.
chair, just watched all of that. Just kind of like,
Are you still him?
yeah, I'm still Kaith. I'm
cool.
just eyes wide, like, that happened.
I can't believe I've run into you guys again.
Neither can I, really. Twice in one day, it's quite strange.
Listen, just let me go and you won't see me again. I swear.
Waylon,
Yeah.
Yeah. And he kind of walks upstairs.
you want to earn your freedom?
Yeah? You want me to cut this guy?
Wait, hang on. This seems a bit unnecessary.
Only if he doesn't answer. Like, bit odd they came here looking for us.
We were paid by the Gallants.
After a scrap you started, though.
They knew we didn't like you. You killed our friend. They came to us. He didn't give me his name.
What was he wearing?
Long coat. It was like dark brown.
Alright,
That's Rodeo's friend, I think.
He came to us. He said, he'd seen the fight, and we had a score to settle, and obviously, they paid well.
So either he knows that we were here and sent you to either rough us up.
You guys weren't supposed to be here. We were just coming here for orders.
Oh, I don't think you were told the truth.
Well, I don't know what's going on now. I wasn't really expecting to find you guys here. I thought there was going to be Gallants.
I mean, there were Gallants here.
I can see that as he kind of looks now around the room and sees the tied up, unconscious body of Phylon by the door.
Are we the bad guys?
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
It's all relative.
I have a question. What the fuck?
Huh?
And I gesture to the image.
Oh, that's just something I do. And I'll just fade the image and it'll go. I'll just stop concentrating on it.
That's better. What's with the bells?
Yeah, what is this? What is this? And he gestures to the bell.
Well, that's just a good thing, man.
Ding. Well, actually, it's more like... Ding.
Yeah. Keep it safe.
I hope you die or turn into a soil man or something.
I will.
What? Oh, us.
Should we just we're about to leave. Should we just leave him here? Oh, Reed found something. Reed, are you alright?
As you now, they explicitly call it, you do hear your name coming from the surface. As you're kind of looking down this tunnel, blackness greets you.
Okay.
Do you have dark vision?
Hello, Reed, I'm Blackness. Welcome to me all.
Welcome to all, Reed.
No, but I'll use a single match as a torch.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
Yeah, you do. You
nice.
kind of pull this giant matchbach out and light it really.
Yeah, how are you carrying that?
On the wall of the thing.
It was on his belt like a sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ready for light.
Nice.
Yeah,
you
you,
can sleep in a matchbox.
Can I...
You have a matchbox of holding. It's like a
Nice.
tiny matchbox, but it can fit normal sized matches in
Yeah,
it.
perfect.
I like that. Upset.
I'll stealth as I go down if that's alright.
Yeah, cool. Give me a stealth. Chung.
Oh, wait, I don't know why I did that advantage.
Yeah, I don't know why you did either.
Stupid idiot.
You could.
Oh,
Can you invisibility, or is that once per day?
no, I used it. It's not great. It's 7.
Cool. You're not super stealthy. You're
No.
giving off that glitter.
Yeah, I'm giving off the glitter.
Actually, wouldn't you roll a disc? 'Cause you're not-
Yeah, I would have done.
Yeah.
In that case, when I rolled 2,
Cool.
I should have taken the lower one, which would have been higher than what I rolled.
Right. But it doesn't matter.
Oh, 15 at this. Or
Roll again. And
at this.
yeah. What is it?
21.
21 at this. Cool. Yeah, you're pretty
The other
stealthy.
one's a nat 20, so.
Oh wow.
Yeah, rough.
You read those dice from here. They're too small.
Yeah. I got it. Yeah, so trundling down, just keeping an eye out for any,
Cool.
I don't know, dwarves or ocean, I
You
guess.
don't really feel this because you're hovering, but yeah, as you go further and further down this tunnel, it does seem to be sloping downwards. And as you get further down it, you see that it's filling pretty quickly with water, and you eventually get to a point where it's water top to bottom, and you're kind of like flying in the like gap between the water and the kind of like air pocket.
Oh.
Oh, so it's going like this way now.
It's sloping down out into what you presume is the ocean.
Is it still dark here?
It's give me a perception check as you kind of look
Yeah.
through the water.
13.
You can see through the water. You can see a very faint kind of lighter tone, but it's not necessarily light. It kind of looks more like this leads out into the ocean.
Oh, okay. Just very quickly, Reed will be like, and like, and just plop under the ocean and just see if they can see anything.
Cool. Do you have a swim speed?
No.
What's your walk speed?
10?
Cool.
Good
You
junk.
are very slow at swimming. As you
I just wanted to like look around, see if I could see anything on the
Oh,
wall.
okay.
Like, if there are like grooves where a ship gets pushed out. or
No,
something.
this hole is kind of
Does it look
humanoid-ish
natural?
size. No, it's definitely been dug out.
Okay.
But yeah, appears to be, you'd estimate, I guess, the rough scale for like, not a small humanoid, but probably someone of dwarfish stature to walk down.
Cool. All right then. Yeah. In that case, I'll just like, and then fly back up.
Cool. So you had a little the mattress just stuck in sconce on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, just flying back up.
Yeah, I'll fly back up.
Cool.
Yeah.
As you kind of get back up and you see there's two unconscious goblins on the floor and Kaith in the chair. Oh hey.
It's all right.
How's it been up here? I found a secret path to the ocean.
These fuckers were coming to
Yeah, we
join
found
the
some old
Gallants.
friends.
Oh.
Looks like
Oh, were any of them dead?
No,
Oh, that's good.
Not yet.
I'm not. I've got,
not yet,
I'm so
but
full.
the day is young.
What do you mean by that?
What?
What do you mean by that? Are you going to eat us?
No. Well, not. No. Of course not. Not weird. Just.
Everybody in unison just goes,
He's the inside
Reed just
check
looks
you.
up, just does this to all of you.
Except Appleby, who's like,
He inside check you. Are you telling the truth? That you're not
No,
going
I'm not going to eat him now. Cool.
I think we should get Digby to safety.
Oh my god, that guy's still here.
Yeah.
Waylon.
Waylon?
Wayland, he's
He's
oh
up
yeah, he came up the stairs. He's just there, like he's getting his torturous tools ready as he's kind of standing above.
Right, that's great. What's the band on Digby's neck?
I'm not sure. It was on him when I got here.
Okay.
I came into this process a bit later. You know, they hired me when he wouldn't talk.
Reed will like float up in front of Kaid and turn to everyone and be like, I'm like an outside observer to this situation. If we start torturing him, we're kind of just as bad as the guys that like we came here to like rough up a little bit. It's probably, I'm not okay with that.
He willingly sat down in the chair though, Digby.
Oh yeah, that's fine. We can like leave him there. I don't mind that. But I just don't
That's
think we should.
tantamount to torture.
What, sitting in a chair?
Who's
You should see the previous guy. He's been absolutely like ripped.
Who's going to come find me? My two friends are unconscious on the floor there. And
They'll wake
I'm
up.
going to lean down and just clasp ones around his ankles as well because I forgot to do those.
Yeah, cool. You do so.
Okay, this is not getting better. I was trying to de-escalate the situation.
Well, like you say, the goblins will wake up eventually.
He'll survive here for an hour. We could just drop Digby off, make sure he's safe, come back, see if once he's cooled off for a little bit, he's willing to be a bit more loose-lipped.
Also,
I've told you everything I know.
Yeah, and I'm also thinking if more of the Gallants come back, then we've just literally left an informant to tell them who we are and a chair.
well, judging by what this guy has told us, they already know who we are.
That's true.
And they've already decided that we are worth trifling with
I think we
via a
might
third
be-
party.
Do we think we're the clutch in the letter?
Yes.
Oh, I'm behind on that.
Maybe.
I was looking at the ocean, so in my defence.
Yeah, what's down there?
Oh, lots of water, like salt water. It's surprisingly dwarf-sized. Oh, was the water salty? I didn't taste it.
Yeah, it's
I think about to say,
Yeah.
was the water dwarf size?
yes, yes, though.
Yeah, it was pretty dwarf-sized. If I was going to escape to, Long Forgotten Kingdom, I'd go down there. But also, I've never escaped to a Long Forgotten Kingdom before.
You also would know that these houses were originally built by dwarves.
Oh, or it was just like a pool.
So,
It's
do we-
also a really useful place to get in and out when there is a city on lockdown.
Yeah, we could go out that way. I don't know why we'd do that.
No, but if we wanted to come back, we wouldn't have to pay the 700 something gold it was to come
Oh, was that how the Crimson Raiders got in?
in. Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't. Would all of this lot have fit in that hole?
If you kind of like have some of your hands knees, some of you crouch a little bit. Depends on your size, really. But yeah, it's like
me and Shadow might have a band.
Yeah, you and Shadow would probably have to kind of like a bit crawl. The rest of you might be all right with just kind of a crouch walk.
Yeah, from my perspective, it was like giant size, so it's fine. Useful if we need to get out or in. Anytime.
Yeah.
I say we've tarried here long enough. We should probably head back.
Yeah.
I would have shut the trapdoor again behind me, by the way, when I came up.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we need to head on out.
I think this little friend here has now learned twice today not to pick on us and has learned the lesson of trying to follow us. I think he's found himself in far over his head and there's no real risk in letting him try not to do it a third time.
Anyone know any memory? No, that's mean. Don't want to do that. That one, I wouldn't have said that in character. That was Kane thinking aloud.
Oh, you're going to make him spaghetti?
I was going to make him forget
Not
spaghetti,
level
so when they
one.
come back, they think he killed all of the.
Oh my god, no.
That's horrible for me.
Also
to
not
do.
level 1, no.
Yeah, it's also not a very Reed thing to do. So
Cool. Any last things in this house before you head out?
I'll turn over to him and be like,
Just to make sure, you do know what will happen if you try and get us a third time.
I think I'm learning quite swiftly.
I say we leave him here. His friends can unlock him when they wake up.
Don't have keys.
Nor did we.
Nor do we.
You're quite talented.
Thanks.
Give you 20
So
gold
they
if
were
you're
they
if you're
actually
unshackled.
like locked again, so you would need
Yeah,
a key.
as they close, they just automatically lock. It seems.
I guess you would need a key.
You would
I
need,
suppose you can
or
remember
someone good at
what
lockpicking,
I can.
or a
Did
carpenter maybe.
the guard that we killed, or
Yes.
I know.
pylons, pylons.
Yes.
There's more
Do
of a
either of them
character
have
focus.
keys on them? I'm just going to do a quick rootle tootle.
Then-
Cool. You're just going to search all the
I'm
I'm going
bodies.
to do a quick final scrimmage to see if they've got the keys. Because
Cool.
if they do have keys, I'm just going to leave them on.
Cool. Just give me a final investigation check. So you search all the peruse all the bodies.
Cool. Oh, damn it, that's a 7.
Yeah, you don't seem to find any.
No.
Shame.
Right. Okay. I will
Oh,
begin.
Kaith, are either of your friends good at picking locks?
No.
Oh, that's a shame.
I'll begin the process of unpicking all of his locks.
Okay.
We have time and mending, so in theory I can do it. I
Yep.
would do the right and left leg,
So
the
you're
left
half done.
arm,
Okay.
and then I will leave him a set of lockpicking tools.
Cool. Okay.
It's a fun
So he's
puzzle.
locked
Figure it
by
out.
just one ankle,
He's locked by one arm,
one arm. Okay, cool. And he's got lockpicking tools.
and he has lockpicking tools with one hand to use them, but
Yeah.
And
He'll also
two
have friends that
goblins,
will wake up.
potentially.
And 2 goblins
yeah.
like.
Buys us sometimes, they're not right on us.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cool. As you kind of like begin to gather your things, you gather Digby down. Which way are you leaving this house? There's 3 options. You could go out the sea tunnel, you could go out the front door, or you could go out the secret tunnel to the cliff.
I think going through the tunnel with a dude in ropes and a very injured dragonborn is maybe not the best idea right now.
I did learn very
Maybe,
quickly I'm not good at swimming.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe we should very briefly split the group. So like whoever's taking
I'll go half and half.
Whoever's taking the captives, we go out the front door. Whoever's taking Digby, he's like priority. Maybe go out the secret top entrance that we found.
Oh yeah, I think maybe
That sounds good.
if you're gonna head out the front door, maybe you go in disguise because
Yeah.
chances are someone's gonna be watching this front door.
Kaith or a Crimson Gallant?
oh, nice.
They were expecting him to come, so it wouldn't look too strange him leaving again.
I'll stick as Kaith. I'll probably take off the Crimson Gallant. Actually, I will keep on the Crimson Gallant gloves. Makes it look like
Yeah, he's
got
been
it.
inducted like a Boy Scout
Impressed, yeah.
I want to go get my chisel back out of the trap door because I left it there. Also, it's locked, so could you come with me? And then we can bring Digby.
Yeah, I can do that.
It's a hard one to say in this exit.
You've already unlocked this lock as well, so you could pretty easily just get it back open for the trapdoor.
We'll head with our gallant friend.
So sorry, how are you splitting the party? Who's going where?
I'm
Team front door.
Team front door. Anyone else on the front door?
Yeah, that's with the gallant guy, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah, front door.
Okay. Anyone else?
Probably
with
you.
in still tied up.
with the tied up guy, yeah.
Okay.
We need strong
Carry it.
people to carry
So I assume also because you're a big tough lady.
I sure am.
Law
We need
enforcement.
you.
Oh yeah, and also I am law enforced. Well,
Yeah.
not recognised in this city necessarily.
You are the law.
But I might be
You am
able
the
to.
law.
I might be able to convince a couple of
Judge Romeo.
questioning goblins better than somebody else. They might not notice that it's not like a legitimate form of like. It's not exactly a police badge or anything.
I guess it's...
You all would have noticed at this point that she does have a sheriff's badge on her leather duster, but it is cracked down the middle. There's a very large kind of split down the centre.
Yeah, you would have seen it when you kind of flashed it to Lyra.
Yeah, I can't remember if I mentioned it the first time, but it's
Yeah.
vaguely relevant that it's cracked down the middle.
I guess it's us 3. Team weird.
I
Go the
assume.
other way.
Team sneaky
We're
up.
all team weird.
Up
Yeah,
together.
exactly.
Team sneaky up the pipe.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just before we sneaky up the pipe, I'll go over to the guy and sort of share
Hey.
one last moment with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll look at the.
Where's Waylon coming, by the way? Who's he going with?
I think we've just untied him. And
Yeah.
Just-
Fine,
you're just
do it
gonna-
once.
Can I go? Actually,
Yeah,
so you
fuck
kind of like
as long as you go out the sea door.
Yeah, right. Okay. Where is it?
Oh, downstairs. Come with me.
Okay, yeah, you show him and yeah.
I take my finger and like lead him downstairs.
Cool. Yeah, you show him and he kind of like, thank you. And he-
Oh, can you swim?
Of course.
Can you breathe underwater?
No.
I don't know how long it goes on for.
I'll find out.
Okay. I might shut the door behind you.
See you later.
Bye.
And he was never seen again.
You close the door.
Schrodinger's torture.
Yeah,
You close the door and you
I am going to seeing that interaction. I'm just going to go and stack as much heavy shit as I can on top of the trapdoor.
Okay, yeah. You just pull a few of the like shelves down in the pantry and that
Yeah.
pretty comprehensively like blocks it off. Rest of you going out the ways? Cool.
I was just going to say to Cave,
loose ends.
sorry, I'll sort of look at the hand that he's holding the bell in and just sort of say, no, you look after that and tell me when you're done with it.
Okay, I will.
And then we'll leave.
Cool.
It's not that important, but Reed would have shaken hands with the guy and like waved him off when we went down the hole.
Okay, cool. That's nice.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that Reed says goodbye to everyone very politely.
Cool. You do so as you leave the house of the Gallants. Where are you going?
Back to the bar.
Back to the
I
tavern?
think we need to find our boss. Yeah,
Yeah, let's find Fizzy.
let's find our boy Fizzy.
Find Fizzy.
Because we
Oh.
found his homie.
As we leave and come out of the secret entrance, I'll take a hot minute to just cut the rope bedding thing that was covering over.
Oh, yeah, the like kind of
The
fake,
little netting, fake, and just
grass and shit.
give it to you. You look like you enjoyed this last time.
Yeah, you got this kind of like vaguely gilly suit textured piece of material.
I'll just
AstroTurf
put it on as a
blanket.
cape for now.
Cool.
Nice.
That's kind of sick. It's kind of a hard buy for Appleby, actually.
It suits you.
Cloak of grass. Cool. As you all head on back to the tavern, you do get some. It's getting a bit late in the evening. You do see that the market does appear to still be open, as are kind of a fair number of the businesses. Not all of them. Some have definitely closed their doors, and you can see a lot more buildings now that it's starting to get into kind of dusk period. Are starting to put on lights in the kind of, especially in the residential homes. As you traverse through the now kind of dusky cityscape of Ria Priz, you travel across these. As you step out through the front door lot of you find that you're actually on the lowest level of the jetty, the one that kind of most of the town is built off of the main jetty that kind of like stretches all the way around the town. Is this front door opens out onto kind of, it's not directly onto that jetty, it's kind of a connecting jetty that then leads to that jetty, but you're on that level, and you can pretty easily kind of make your way over, and you're on the same level as the main entrance to the Risen Wreck as you head on over to there and head inside. You do get a few weird looks, being you're carrying one tied up person actually. But
Rodeo walks with the intent of someone who's doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, I mean, you're newcomers to this town, and you are all quite physically, most of you are quite physically imposing, so you do get some odd
Especially to a
looks.
goblin.
Yeah, exactly. But no one seems to actively try and stop you or anything like that. You do kind of hear some whispers about, like, who's that? What are they doing? But nothing untoward.
As we're going, I'll keep an eye out for a elf in the trench coat.
Oh yeah, look out!
Cool, yeah, give me a perception check.
You got it. Terrible. Perception. Alright, 18.
18? You don't seem to see anyone as you're kind of travelling down on through this kind of dusky city.
One of those rolls was an egg.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
It didn't sound like
I got what I wanted.
Oh, I'm so sorry!
Oh, you got
jams
Where
now.
did it you in the eye?
Jamie sort of caught it, but it bounced off of my eyebrow. Ouch! And then fell on the floor. Yeah, I'm fine. Just can't let you jump.
I was just disappointed the hit was a fail.
Not an egg yet.
No, because I keep forgetting to
We're the
guess.
only eggless, yeah, okay.
Cool. That is that top door team.
Eggless.
You just also make your way to the tavern.
Are we doing anything weird?
Maybe
I
mean,
a slightly
existing,
longer route.
You guys
Eventually,
have
our
got
destination
Digby,
will
right?
be the same.
We should have covered Digby in some way.
Gonna borrow
Take my cape off and cover him in grass.
Yeah.
When we first
So covert.
When we first started going, Reed's like, don't mind the mound of grass. It's just a hill.
Just a shambling mound.
It's Appleby's brother.
No one pay any attention to the shambling mound.
We got the soil guy, we got the grass guy.
Yeah, he's the most normal looking of the
The
four of
metal
us.
guy.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Wait till you see the rock guy. Oh.
Wait till you see the slimy guy.
Leaf guy.
Cool.
Reese, you should like perch on top of this big grassy mound, and it will look like a sort of like street performer under a cloak, using like a puppet.
What part of the tavern are you going to? You just going to the main bar area? You're heading up to your rooms, or are you going to try and...
I think we should stay out of the way. Yeah.
Cool. Go up to... You going to Faizel's room directly?
Yeah.
Kind of.
If he's asleep at this point, I would be very disappointed in him.
What do you pay? You just knock on the door?
Walking in.
Just walk in? Locked.
Give it a knock. I assume we got there first because we were a bit more direct.
Yeah, we were a bit direct.
Yeah.
Front door.
Oh, we're on the ground level, aren't we?
Yeah, you faff about all the blanket.
Yeah, you guys were playing dress up on the top level.
We're being
No reply from the knock.
Sort of.
Is that
Head
a
back
worry?
down. I'll be like, you stay here. I'll head back down to the front desk
Okay.
and ask
Check a spell.
whoever's at the front desk, head goblin.
Seto.
That's the one.
Seto de Tall.
When, if they've seen Faizel come or go in the past. We've probably been gone like an hour and a half since we last saw him.
It's almost exactly been about an hour and a half.
Yeah. So, because he had gone to bed,
Yes,
gone to
while
his room.
Quinn was doing his dwarf performance.
Yes. So, that was the last time we saw Faizel.
Yes.
So, has he come and gone in that time? Has anyone seen him?
So kind of the Dragon Ball fella, the brass chap.
Yeah. Drinking cocktails all day.
Yeah, he ordered one up to his room about, say, an hour or so ago, maybe more. Haven't seen him since. Just sent down one of the messenger boys.
He might be very asleep.
Gonna cast Mage Hand.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be a point that you can see, it's just a point within range.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm going to try and blindly cast it onto the other side of the bedroom door
very good.
and just like feel for any like physical locks that may be pulled across. I don't know if there's a key lock or if like there's one of those. But I'll just...
You put your hand through. Just give me a check adding your spell casting modifier to this.
19.
Cool, brilliant. That's really good. As you kind of like feel the other side of this door, you kind of like work your mage hand up to the kind of crack of the door, and you do eventually find a bolt, and you kind of like you get that, and you kind of like you test the door with your real hand on the outside. Doesn't go, and then you kind of put your hand further down the door, and yes, there you go, and you find a kind of twisty lock. I don't know what they're called, and turn that, and then door opens. You immediately feel the strong gust of wind come from the other side of the room as the door is hard to pull. It seems to be almost that kind of suction effect you get when there's a door open and a window open on the other side of the room as you see the curtains flapping in the wind directly across from you.
Oh dear. Just got that shiver down my spine.
You also instantly see
Just got a shiver down my spine.
You also instantly see that at the kind of at the desk at the other side of the room there seems to be an overturned chair.
So he's not in the room.
Doesn't appear to be anyone in this room.
No, he's there. He's fine. He's just...
on the bed. Sorry, I got drunk and walked over the chair. I didn't know breeze.
Before I step in, I'll just go, Rodeo!
I'm coming. I'll just immediately just be like,
barreling up the
yeah,
stairs.
I'm on the way.
I'll take this time to shift into myself as well.
Cool. Yeah, you do so in the doorway, and yeah, you step into the room. Cool. It's pitch black in here. All the candles, all the lanterns have kind of blown out thanks to the open window and the breeze. You notice
There's light on Rodeo's gun.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, as Rodeo kind of comes in, gun
Yeah,
out,
well,
like yeah, it just starts glowing with this. What kind of light would it glow with?
It would be kind of like, you know, when you shine a torchlight onto very thick fog.
Okay, yeah.
It'd be kind of like
like
that,
a beam
kind of.
of-
It'd just be like that kind of like soft kind of glowing light.
Yeah, you kind of
Love
this
that,
soft
okay.
white glow emanates from your
Detective Radio
piece.
is in the building.
Yeah, as you kind of like shine it around, freeze. As yeah, you kind of look around this room. Yeah, like I said, all the candles have been blown out, and you see as this desk chair has been what seems to be quite forcibly slid back and dragged across the floor.
I will go
window-
to...
Oh, sorry. I was just going to. Has the window been broken? Or is it
Just opened,
Okay.
really wide.
Fuck. Quinn says, "Oh fuck." I search around. Is there any sign of him?
You don't. Give me an investigation check, but it's pretty obvious to see.
23.
You have a very thorough check, and doesn't appear to be anyone else living in this room. Or dead, actually.
The Gallants.
Probably. I'll go to the window.
Yeah.
And I just... Does it look like out onto the street?
Yeah. What floor is this on?
You would see that this is on the second floor, at the kind of back left of the tavern where some of the like fancier rooms are. And while it doesn't lead out onto the streets per se, you do see that there are jetties around outside that could have definitely been moved to be pretty close to this window.
Okay, I'm going to...
And kind of walkways and pulleys and what have you.
I'm going to scan out the window. Like I'm going to get out of the window. Is like a ledge I can stand on?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a ledge, and then if you wanted to kind of jump, you can make it onto maybe one of a platform that's kind of like being raised up on a pulley.
Sweet, I will do that.
Yep.
So make that jump, and when I'm on that platform, as it's going up, I will scan around everywhere to see if I can see any sign of him or someone who looks like a Gallant.
Cool.
And I'm going to use my nat 20 on that.
Cool.
Nice. Good choice.
You have a look around, and
Dragonborn.
you don't see any Dragonborns, but what you do see far off in the distance, almost on the other side of the town, is you see a guy in a brown trench coat staring at this kind of window, very noticeably now looking at you as you've kind of jumped out this window, and you're so far away that you almost can't tell, but you lock eyes.
Right. Target acquired, and I'm going to start running in his direction as best I can.
Cool.
Target detected. The eyes go red.
Yeah. Kill mode activate.
I think you have one of those.
Give me an athletics check, so you'd have to chase down this spy. At this point, the team up top, you'd reach the room.
What did you roll? 3. Oh no! Yes, you can have mine. Go for it.
I'm going to quickly get through.
Oh, you saved it. That's a
What have you got?
filthy 20.
Fuck yeah.
Well done, Jimbles.
I don't know. Maybe I give you a leg up as you go on the window or something.
We're just walking with a mound of grass.
Yeah, you guys are just on the way.
You just see fucking Corridor leap across a rooftop nearby. Like,
I'm looking forward
Lost the Dragonborn and we gained the Dragonborn.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm so looking forward to going
The
to
law
bed, and we just
equivalent of
see.
exchange.
Ooh, there we go. Cool.
Filth 20.
Filth 20, cool.
That's a dice.
Cool, yeah. As you kind of lock eyes with this guy, you very much manage to kind of stay on his track as he begins climbing up some of the kind of scaffolding and stuff, trying to get higher up into Rio Pris. You are literally on the other side of the town to him at this stage, but you do kind of manage with that high roll. You do manage to kind of think you're heading in the right direction still. Give me another perception check and athletics check, see if you can kind of maintain not only the sight on him, but your chase. We go perception first.
Okay, God, it's only an 8 on perception. It's a 5. I'm losing.
As you're kind of running down, you do see as he's kind of like ascending up through the levels of Rio Pris, again, on these kind of ropes and pulleys. And as he's kind of going up, you do actually perfectly see as he turns invisible.
That will make it difficult.
Damn it.
There was a thing in the...
For what you cannot see.
Yeah. The ball.
Right, I guess I'll start heading back to the tavern then.
Eyes must speak, but break.
Cool, yeah, you slowly head back to the tavern and you kind of like then come up just behind as the team...
Digby.
I thought I was everyone with that symbol.
As team top floor, you kind of all gather pretty much at the same time then. Quinn and Rodeo, you've been kind of in the room the whole time, and the rest of you just sort of arriving now.
Right, well, this is ideal. Who was meant to be watching him?
We all point at each other.
Yeah, no one.
So it looks relatively obvious that there's been some kind of a struggle, I assume, with the stuff thrown everywhere.
Yeah, definitely the chair has been like forcibly dragged, and what you do notice is this is hauntingly reminiscent of what Digby's room, the kind of marks on the floor at Digby's desk.
Is there anything on the desk or on the floor around the desk? As in, like, you know, that he might have been working on at the time? Or
you actually do see a couple of pages of the letters of Digby's that you found that Dan got from the post office on this desk, and it appears that was probably what he was reading.
as in the stuff that he wrote to Digby, but it never got received.
Yeah, it looked like he was just looking through those on the desk.
I'm sorry.
All good.
God fucking damn it.
So they've been kidnapping people from their rooms more than once.
Maybe we'll be paid a visit this evening.
Maybe. It might be best if we keep watch tonight.
Santa!
Yeah, Reed just missed
Santa Claus!
Christmas has just been.
Damn it. Are we all staying in the same room?
There is a room that has been paid for you that's sort of more like a kind of a hostel room that would fit all of you.
Believe so.
Right, well,
It's actually an 8-person room.
I don't really need to sleep, so I can keep a watch. at
There's
night.
also 2 Dragonborns taken from the same establishment.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, have they got some sort of agreement with the people who run this place? How would they know?
I'd be very tempted to have a word with the...
Well, they watched us enter. They knew he was coming. This isn't a, oh, how lucky someone tipped us off. They were watching us as we entered the town. They knew he would be here.
Also, you just saw someone turn invisible, seemingly at will.
I think maybe a polite note to the hostel that they should have better room security. But beyond that, I don't think it's their fault.
I say we wake up our other friend here and find out if they have another hideout somewhere.
Yeah. I can't believe we got into fucking hell. Find one guy, and then the other one's gone. I didn't expect to be playing quite so much hide and seek this evening.
Let's all go find Faisal and leave this other guy here.
He can watch Digby. Let's be sure.
Just Digby and Phylon in Faisal's room, hanging out.
I'm going to start going through if Faisal's got... I know he had luggage. If he's got luggage, I'm going to start rifling through that.
See if anything's been taken specifically, if anything looks like it's missing, maybe.
You can see instantly as you start rifling through this, it has already been rifled through. What seems to be remaining is mostly just his clothes, and his money has been left as well, which is a considerable pouch.
They were looking for whatever coherence is.
I'm not going to steal from my employer. I'm also going to look through to see if he's got any documentation on me or Rodeo, just from travelling with him. Just as I trust him, but like...
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
That's interesting. I want to see if he's got any dirt on me. What he will do. Whether or not he's got it in writing.
Cool. You kind of look around this room, and after the check and kind of you're rifling through the thing, it would appear also from kind of what happened to Digby. I totally forgot to say something about Digby. You found Digby's things in the Crimson Gallant house. That was the thing I forgot. It was in the kitchen. My bad.
Because his bag was missing, wasn't it?
Yes, sorry. I totally forgot this. In the house, yes, you would have found all of Digby's belongings, which was a great brass broadsword that says Delthrax on it in Draconic, and also his journal and... that was actually it.
Cool.
We can ask him about that later.
From that information, you can assume they probably did something similar here and took any kind of material that would seem valuable to you.
Question, Digby, how much do you know about the Crimson Gallant? Do you know, because, do you know any of their hideouts? Is there any kind of lead?
I pretty much found the one that you found.
Yeah, I guess that much.
That was when they I think I got too close, and the day after that is when they took me. Whoever did it was incredibly stealthy.
Yeah, invisible.
Invisible.
Yeah, didn't that what you said? And what you said? I think both of you said
that. This guy seems to be very good at disappearing into a crowd.
That would make sense.
In a very literal sense.
And from the top of a scaffolding.
Yes. The, excuse me.
Excuse you, Digby.
The Gallants also seem to think something else is going to come through the rift. That was one thing I learned in my time.
They seem to think that you know as well.
I do. I have Faisal's hunch. He's told me what he thinks is coming through.
And what does he think? He was awful cagey on details when it came to what might happen come daybreak tomorrow.
He hopes it is the princess, Illyria, heir to the throne of Yenak.
But what does he think? Not what he hopes it is. What does he think it's going to be?
If not her, hopefully someone with information. This rift feels like something is coming through, he said.
Okay. Well, we've got 2 rather shitty options in front of us, I think. We could either half-cocked, damaged, and short on spells, go out into the night and try to find our wonderful employer, or we can take the time to rest up, ruminate on what information we have, hope that he can withstand what is inevitably going to be an evening of light torture, and then early morning, crack of dawn before we go to watch the rift, we scour the city streets at first light.
I would also proffer, I reckon they're all going to be at the Rift anyway, so we might just see everyone
Yeah,
there.
but Faisal
don't
might
imagine
not be
Faisal
alive
will
by
be.
that point. Depends how useful he's been to them.
But
seeing
people
them.
who know where Faisal is will be there.
The Gallants will almost certainly be watching the rift opening.
Yeah. Well, do you think they're likely to kill Faisal overnight? If we I know it's a bit insensitive to
They
sleep.
didn't kill me. And I think they will want the information that he has, which is, I might say, a considerable more than I have.
Yeah, but if it's the final night before, they could be getting desperate.
I feel like they did say it's not the only battle they're fighting, so maybe they've got other things they want to quiz them about.
I do not consider him to be untouchable in this situation. Yes, he has influence elsewhere. Yes, he has a lot of money. But also, yes, I feel like he knows things that they will find very interesting. And I think if he is not willing to provide such information, I do not think they will hesitate to get rid of an inconvenience.
The Gallants certainly don't care for coin. That much I know.
I think he'll be alive.
I don't want to take the chance. I think we rest up as long as we need to. But before dawn, we are back out on the streets and we are trying to find him.
Okay, yeah. I was more just like, I need a nap.
I mean, apart from it being like a cool thing that is happening, I don't really care about the rift.
I do.
And
I think
whilst all
you'll
of that's
care
going on,
if something starts to happen.
oh well, this is the
Right
thing.
now, it is not my priority. It will happen whether we are ready for it or not.
Well, here's my thinking: is if it's a good thing that comes through, jobs are good.
That's right.
If it's a bad thing, I want fuck all to do with it, and I want to be as far away as possible. Which might be where Faisal is, with less security around him, because the rift's open.
That's true.
Oh, you think we should go sniffing around while everybody else is outside with their sunglasses on?
There is a big thing going
Hashtag
on.
beware the glare.
I imagine they will be, setting up early, getting the bunting up and all the stalls and whatnot.
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
It might be
tomorrow's
good
going
for
to
us
be a
to,
very
yeah.
busy day.
Makes
Let's
it
just get up
easier to
early.
blend into the crowd.
I think,
You could bait them. If you look like they're missing... did we take...
If
the
we
boys
rest,
still
I could
there?
also not only turn into one, but I could charm one as well.
It's useful. Okay. Looks like resting's good.
Yeah. I'm gonna get ready for bed, but I'll be back in a sec, and I'm gonna go down to the bar just to very quickly buy a bag of flour, if they have it.
Cool. So kind of flour.
Just a bag of flour, half bag if you've got it, if that's all you've got.
Gonna
But
bake a welcome home
that's all
Faisal
fine.
cake.
We don't really sell that here, but if you went to Gilbert's Goods, you could probably pick some up.
Could I pay you to deliver some to our room? We're in the middle of something. Say if I gave you like 19 gold.
Of course, yes.
There you go.
And he kind of turns to one of the other goblins, the one that you actually offered to take to Rel Chaos.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And says, Regnor, what's the bar? And he kind of heads out.
Regnor?
I did run.
He's the only
It's a
name
bag
I've
of
got.
flour, Appleby. What could it cost? $19?
As you do
I don't
this,
know how much a bag of milk costs or whatever.
They've never had to pay for anything in their life.
Oh,
This is the first time they've been let loose in the world with money.
Rich person out of water.
Yeah. They're a noble only child.
Yeah.
they did.
Sheltered does not come into it.
Yeah. They're born with a platinum spoon in their ever-changing mouth.
Mouth should never be described as ever changing.
Hey girls, that mouth ever changing?
Yeah. Essentially, when that's done and he delivers the flour, before we go to bed, Quinn is going to cover as much of our bedroom floor in flour as we can. So if anyone invisible comes in, we will see footprints.
Cool.
I've seen that
Nice.
play.
I really like that. Yeah, you know, point of trade for that. That's really clever.
Love that
Appleby rolls around in the flour.
Make sure the footprints while everyone's asleep.
You wake up and he's just like covered in white. It's
Quinn, as you kind of go downstairs, Digby kind of like slumps onto the bed that was Faisal's. Damn it. I failed him. he kind of like, you see this kind of sorrowful, mournful expression kind of come over Digby's face.
Yeah, man. You toughed it out. You didn't fail him at all.
If they've done to him what they've done to me, it is a cruel thing.
Yeah,
We'll get him back.
We'll get him.
For
Plus,
you.
if we don't get him, I don't get paid. So,
All of his gold's still here.
Oh,
Shadow no longer cares.
Please don't try and take that.
I'm not going to. I would still like him to pay me.
If he does
Rather
not,
then
I
I'll
will.
collect. That works. Okay, we're back in business. Cool, we'll find him.
with him gone now, I'll take charge of the situation for now.
Have any input on what our plan is?
I think you need to rest by the looks of you.
You're not fucking wrong.
Especially some of you seem quite badly injured. I certainly could use a rest too.
To be fair, I only need to rest for like an hour or so. Like, my abilities are not. I don't need to like properly sleep on it. Just give me an hour. Let me.
I could do with a sleep.
I haven't
exhausted for the morning, though.
I haven't taken any
Long day.
damage, so I can
Depends
do
what time I get up.
like half a sleep and then keep watch for half of it. I'd like.
I literally don't need to sleep. I
Oh,
can
yeah,
keep
that's
watch all
true.
night.
I don't know. I feel like Rodeo is the kind of person that will want to stay up anyway. And she's gonna stay with Digby and watch over him.
Cool.
Especially if he's gonna stay in Faisal's room for the night.
He said he does appear to have that intention.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. I'm gonna stay in the room with him.
I'd rather you bunked up with us, sir. Might be less cleanly than you'd like, but we can keep you safer than you are by yourself.
By all means, I've spent the last 3 months tied to a chair. Any bed will do.
All right, then we'll
On the floor, then.
If we move
Here's
into the
the
other
pillow.
room, he takes Radio's bunk
Cool.
and she'll sleep on the floor.
There's 8 beds in the room that you've provided with, so there's actually enough beds for you all, including Phylon, if you so please to give him a bed.
Oh, okay, he's still tied up.
I'll be on the bed next to Phylon.
Before everybody
All the
tucks in
beds.
for the night, I want to ask him if he knows about any other locations in the city that belong to the Gallants.
I don't know of any other locations, but I know they have another safe house. There is a whole other sect of Gallants in the town, I believe. I think the fellow that took myself and presumably Faisal is part of that other group.
What are the goals of the other sects? So what was yours? What do you have other?
I think they align.
We're talking to the
We're talking to
gallant guy
Phylons.
right now.
You're talking to Phylon? Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I thought you were talking to Digby.
No,
My bad.
asked him,
Oh,
he just
Yeah, I'm talking to Pylons. I
Okay,
want to know if he
Digby
knows
would
where
have
the
said-
secret hideout is.
all of that at some other point.
I asked him if he knew any other locations, so that's fine.
Cool. Yeah, as you kind of say this to Phylon, he says, I can't say that. You know I can't.
Oh,
I think you can.
will kill you.
We are way past this point of being coy, my friend.
Yeah, no, you like this is. I will end you.
This is bigger than you. This is bigger than your family. This is bigger than us.
Give me an intimidation check. One of you can have an advantage for helping each other out.
My intimidation is wank. Somebody feel
I have
free
a
to.
+1, so...
Same.
You have the same intimidation as me?
Yeah, well, intimidation is based on...
It's on charisma.
Well, you
Charisma,
can either,
yeah.
you can either both,
Charisma's
you can either
ass.
both roll, or one of you take advantage.
Have the advantage.
Yeah.
13 or... 15, so that is 16 total.
Cool, pretty intimidating as he kind of like cowers before you. Do you want to guess it?
No, I know it wasn't an egg.
You know it wasn't an egg. Okay.
Ooh. Make sure to use your guessable sessions up. So
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
So, 16 was it?
Yes,
On your intimidation? Yeah. I can't say because I don't know. All of the knowledge, the Gallants, they keep it very compartmentalised. It's a need-to-know basis only. Tell
Yeah,
me.
and we need to know.
But I don't know.
Right. You know there is a massive difference between I can't say and I don't know. One of them means you're holding out. The other means you don't know. If you don't know, fucking say so.
You are my enemies. I've no reason to give you information at all.
Listen here. You clearly have been indoctrinated into a cult. It does not care for you. You have been hired by people who, firstly, torture the man in front of you for 3 months, and you are so afraid of them that you would rather die than tell us information about them. You're in over your head. Your family is in over its head. You need to start talking and getting out of here now, because this is going to end very badly for all of you if you don't start making amends.
I've said everything I can.
Can I just insight on that?
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, I'm in the room, aren't I? So
Do what you will with me after this.
say an 11, doesn't matter.
His conviction seems true.
Yeah, I think this guy might just not know much. Generally, secret organisations don't tell everyone everything.
That's why I feel so bad. He clearly is, he's in too deep in a situation that does not care whether he lives or dies.
Oh yeah, I wasn't suggesting we kill him because he doesn't know anything.
I very much think we shouldn't. Have you got something to add?
No, I just urine over his head.
It's funny, it's like piss.
I can just chuck this boot into the sea and you'll never see it again.
That would be a shame.
What?
But urine over his head.
Was funny.
Kane's gone.
I just want this to never end.
You hear at this point as Phylon begins muttering, kind of under his breath to himself, vigilance reigns. I must watch what I cannot see. Vigilance reigns. I must watch what I cannot see. And you hear him kind of muttering this litany to himself.
That was in the notes.
Yeah, that's the first and last letter. You're not going to do that all night, are you? I need to sleep.
Vigilance reigns.
I guess got so annoying.
Let's figure out what we do with him in the morning.
Yeah.
And in the meantime,
Take a strip of cloth and just stuff it into his mouth.
That's fine.
I'll keep an eye on him. You all get some rest.
Digby is almost already asleep as you kind of say this, battered and bruised. And you see as he kind of like lies down, he's very tender around his neck as this kind of like still obviously chafing upon his being.
How long are we sleeping for? Like just for 8 hours?
I think
need
some
more
people
light.
need it for
Yeah,
spells.
I need a long rest. How much time can I take to do other things in a long rest?
I'd say like 2 hours of the long rest.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so Reed will like sit by Digby, like
As long as it's like light activity.
yeah, letting him do that, and we'll just pull out Reed's herbalism kit,
Cool.
and just start like pestle and mortaring different like bits together to make like a little healing ointment for like the neck and stuff.
Give me a herbalism check if you're proficient with it, or a medicine check.
Before that, I spot that I'm also proficient in my alchemist's kit. Can I assist?
Cool,
As we
yeah.
together
Again,
try
you
and
can
brew up a brew.
give me an alchemy check and give me a herbalism check.
herbalism kit and carpenter's tools.
Cool.
What is this?
Just plus if you're proficient with it, plus your proficiency.
Cool.
Nice.
4.
18.
4, you kind of like are brewing this thing up, but you kind of just end up with motor oil, and you kind of know that this isn't conducive to helping really. And you kind of just
I have a full
Drink
knowledge.
it for yourself.
I have a full knowledge of healing remedies downloaded into my brain, and all I can make is motor oil.
clearly
It's been a long
preoccupied
day,
by the oil bath. But your medicine looks pretty good. You kind of get this like herby kind of almost like what's it called, like a salve as you kind of pack it onto the wound, and the wound's kind of mostly on the side of his face. That's where it's kind of the worst, where his frill has been torn off, and you kind of like put
To make it as like relaxing for Digby as possible, as Reed is like crushing stuff in the pestle and mortar, it like taps out a bit of a rhythm.
Okay.
And they're just like sort of very gently whispering like nursery rhymes from when they were a child.
Cool.
Just like muttering them away. They're in like a language that I guess they're in Sylvan probably. Just like muttering them away, trying to like calm Digby as they're like applying salves and stuff, and then they'll like go to sleep like in like next to him like a little kitten.
Cool.
And just curl up next to Digby and fall asleep.
Nice.
Corridor will sort of sit cross-legged facing prisoner.
Okay.
And just enter their like shut down meditative state for the evening.
Idle mode.
Plug myself in
Yeah.
to charge.
Does this rest take us up to 3 a.m. at all?
Or
past 3 a.m.?
To 3 a.m. So you would have gotten here. So it was.
It would be an 8-hour rest.
So you probably would have started after the commotion with Faisal and stuff. You probably would have gotten up to the room about 8:30. So I'd say probably you'd started falling asleep around 9, and then so 8 hours from that. So yes, it would definitely.
5 a.m. Quinn will wake up like clockwork at 2:45.
Cool.
And I guess you would see this because you're up on watch.
At this point, the prisoners fallen asleep, but they were kind of like muttering until they fell asleep.
Quinn would just bolt upright and like shoot up silently, and then just
kind of like you see his Carter's head like snaps towards you as you do this quite fast motion as you bolt upright.
Morning. I'll just
You alright?
click myself on. Yes. And I'll go and sit by the window, pull out my spell book, and for the next hour, I will prepare my spells for the day.
Cool.
Just be like routine. Witching hour, you know.
As you see the kind of moon fall. It's not quite a full moon, but it's getting close. As you see the moon kind of fall through the window, you kind of do this by the moonlight as you kind of prepare your spells for the
3
day.
till 4 a.m. I prepare my spells, then go back to sleep.
Very cool. Have a point of inspiration for that.
Already got one.
You already got one. Pass it off.
Pass it off.
Pass that MF
You're
off.
up and you caught me.
Yeah.
Cool.
Radio sleeps for most of it. She'll probably kind of she'll sleep, but kind of like slumped up against the wall, facing the door.
Cool. Kind of like hand on gun.
Gun is very much within immediate reach. So she's like in a very kind of light sleep, so that she can be woken up by any kind of sudden noises or anything. But before she kind of hunkers down in the corner to set up where she's going to sleep for the night, just before like Reed starts doing all of the like potion-y stuff, she kind of like helps Digby get into bed.
Nice.
And kind of, make sure he's comfortable or whatever for the evening, and then just before she gets up and leaves him, just before he falls asleep, she like kneels down next to him and she says to him in Draconic, "He would have been proud of you. We'll get him back, I promise."
He kind of like, as he's kind of like, he's starting to doze off, but you kind of hear, "I hope so. I hope I see him again." As he kind of like begins to doze off, so you kind of like put this pillow sort of underneath his neck, so he kind of like it's almost like keeping it off of the bed.
I'll kind of gently, I'll make sure that his neck is comfortable.
Cool.
And as I'm saying this and saying like, "We'll get him back no matter what. Don't worry, and we'll make sure you're okay too." And she's got like a bandana around her neck, like a red kind of neckerchief thing. As she like gets up, she very kind of subtly pulls it down a tiny bit, and Digby will be able to see she's got a ring of scales missing on her neck in a very similar way to him. And then she'll quickly like pull it back up, and then she'll go and sit in the corner.
Kind of like looks to you as kind of like understanding dawns in his eyes. That was a really nice moment. You can have a point of inspiration for that too.
Nice.
As he's kind of put to sleep by this kind of relaxing combination of alchemy, herbalism, and
the fact that a giant fucking dragon is watching him.
Soothing them.
No alchemy. He just
Dragon mummy is watching.
Don't worry, Big Mama's here.
Never felt safer.
Gently tucks him in, gives him a kiss on the forehead.
Sat in a chair with a gun.
Is there a rocking chair?
Just the sound of brewing and the occasional very aggressive static of binary.
Just lots of
just like,
blaring
"Come on,
in the corner.
Must create oil.
Nice.
Petrol goes in car."
So
Cheese.
this 8 hours passes pretty undisturbed, and yes, you all wake up kind of around 5 in the morning, as kind of dawn is just slowly starting to creep in through the window.
I immediately shoot any footprints in the flower that's covering the room.
Don't seem to see any other than your own ones that would have gone from kind of your bed to the window, and which does look kind of sus, but you know that they're yours. I guess you would have floated, so you kind of see some like wing marks from where like Reed might have been hovering around after he kind of finished the solve and things like that, but you don't see anything untoward in the flower.
Makes sense.
Cool. I guess I saw nothing throughout the night. Nothing.
You just watched the prisoner, and he slept after being quite heavily beaten, just slept like a baby kind of through the night, hog-tied in this bed with a strip in his mouth.
We did tuck him in though.
You did, you put the blanket over him.
Put the blanket over his head.
Great. So yeah, as this rest goes off, the morning arises. What are your plans for the day?
Do we know, so it's about 5
Yes.
in the morning. Do we know when the rift is due to open? Or do we just know
After the break.
Sometime after the break.
in the morning? So we don't know what our countdown is currently.
You actually, as you all wake up, you begin to feel this kind of like almost static presence in the air.
Ooh, vibes.
It's a very low level right now, but especially the few of you that can cast spell and have like magical abilities, you notice that this kind of the feeling of the innate magic of the world is sort of warping here. It's very subtle right now, but as you kind of like are waking up and you're kind of getting up, you do feel as this kind of feeling gets stronger and stronger. It's not quite overwhelming yet, but you can feel like this seems to be some kind of like warning that you're getting that there's something powerfully magic going on in this area. It's not quite at its, you can just kind of innately feel it's not quite at its climax yet, but it's reaching there. Any of you can just give me anyone that can cast spells, you can just give me a spell casting modifier check to see if you can kind of feel how this might turn out.
Nice. 17 as well.
Hey.
Casting modifier is. No, it's not. It's wisdom.
What are the odds?
14.
Cool, yeah.
Does Thingy Boy react to this in any way?
Digby.
No, prisoner guy. And Digby, I guess. But
Nylon.
mostly nylon, yeah.
Doesn't seem to. He's actually still asleep as you kind of all wake up at this point. You kind of estimate that you've maybe got 2 hours until this rift opens. Any of you that got the 17?
Yeah.
You've got, above 16.
Feels
Cool.
like about 2 hours. The air tastes thick.
You kind of, it's almost like this, not quite like something is burning, but almost the kind of same scent you'd feel if something like electrical had just gone off in the area.
It makes me feel a bit uncomfortable.
It reminds me of my birth.
Got 2 hours. 2 hours to find Faisal.
That's doable, I think.
Yeah.
Where was invisible fella heading towards?
He was climbing as high up as he could. I can show you where he ended up, but at that point he turned invisible.
Yeah, I saw when I spotted him the day before, he was also headed up to the top levels.
Things were saying.
Well, when I saw him turn invisible and when Coroner saw him turn invisible, was it in a similar location?
Very
or
similar,
like in a, okay, so we could at least go towards where we very literally last saw him, and then start snooping around there. That might be a good place to head.
The secret entrance to the last place was on like
On
the
top
upper levels.
What do we want to do about these two?
You're referring to Digby and Fightlong.
I am, yes.
Digby
The
is
2 goblins who broke in the night.
Digby is kind of like rousing with a lot of you. Phylon appears still be asleep.
How's Digby looking?
He's caked in like herbs and stuff on the one side of his face.
I would wash that off.
Just-
but it's
now-
on the
okay,
maybe.
if you do that.
That would be Reed's morning thing.
Cool, okay, yeah.
Bucket of cold
That's kind of
water.
what wakes him up, I'd say then.
Yeah, he wakes up and I'm like,
A lot of his wounds have kind of like closed, but he's still missing obviously quite a lot of his face.
What,
it was more just like,
what if we took
Definitely looking better.
both Digby and the prisoner to the magistrate, Liza? Like, she might want to know of this. And then while you guys, like, snoop around where this man went invisible, I could, like, pretend to snoop on you as one of the gallants.
that's a good idea.
I worry if we go and inform
Liza Minnelli.
the Liza Minnelli that the gallants are being shifty around town, and you then turn into a gallant and be
true.
shifty around town.
Maybe we do it the other way around.
I like the idea of passing them on to her.
Yeah,
Right,
we don't know
Jesus.
many folks around town, but
We know her and we know Godrod.
yeah, I don't trust the fishing guy. I trust him to teach me how to fish, but maybe tomorrow, once all this is blown over, I feel like I trust her to,
Keep him safe.
yeah.
Oh, speaking of learning how to fish, Digby,
Yes.
how was it?
What? Oh, what?
Your fishing lesson experience.
He kind of like looks back and like, oh, a lot's happened since then.
How did it go?
I can fish to a moderate level now. Honestly, I haven't really practiced since the lessons, but...
Did you catch any big ones?
That's a no.
It's like, yes,
yay
big.
Oh, that's huge.
No, I was just,
Don't you think we have more pressing things?
Oh, no. This is pressing. Reed,
Hello. That's not my accent. Hi.
you said that there was an entrance to the other place under the water.
Yep.
Fish are under the water.
That's very observant. Oh, did you make any like small talk with the fishing guy? Did he like ask about your
Pay it.
work or?
I revealed nothing. He was very talkative.
Yeah, he is talk. Okay, that tracks.
He's mostly trying to sell me fishing equipment.
Yeah, he did that to us.
Appleby, where are you going?
Gotta
with
respect the brand.
Where are you going with the fish thing?
Where are the toilets?
What do you mean where I'm going? That was my point.
Why did you expect anything from that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just didn't
You gotta have hope. I suppose.
Yeah.
There could
I
well
just
be
didn't want you
another
to think you were cut
underwater
off.
kind of entrance to another place. However, I don't think any of us have the ability to breathe underwater for any long period of
One of
time.
us doesn't
That's a
need to
front.
breathe.
That is true. How's your swimming?
By made of
Can you
metal and
transport-
stone.
Yeah, I
How
was
does it
gonna
sink
say-
into the bottom?
Flawless.
Oh, what, you just walk along the
Quinn.
floor?
Are you doing anything with the wizard's staff, by the way, when you were...
I forgot.
I guess I would have looked at it possibly just after the witching hour or just before the witching hour.
Cool, just give me a Arcana check, yeah. See.
Can indeed. That's
Cocked as hell.
Yeah.
25.
Cool. You notice that the staff is mostly just a spellcasting focus. It has no kind of aid to spellcasting or the casting of spells in kind of a power sense. But what you do notice is you kind of like look through the ruby at the top. You do notice it's quite translucent, and as you kind of look through it, you think this might be some kind of like almost like a spyglass or something that you look through that might reveal something.
I'm gonna look outside and then just like look up and around, look up towards where the rift will be.
Trying to
rift
guy in
glasses.
the room with us.
look across the town.
Cool.
This is a cool little thing.
Oh!
What?
Look for what can't be seen.
Yeah.
It's gonna. Wait, there's a doorway. Surely.
And also
Invisible
the
hideout.
invisible guy.
Yeah.
He went in somewhere up there.
I know what I'm gonna do, and I use an action and I'm gonna turn to that mage
Okay.
who was wielding the staff.
Yeah, you do so. You actually have his robes as well, I believe.
I didn't
Oh,
take
yeah.
him, I took his finery. The finery was. I only took his finery.
The finery was his.
Was his?
Yes.
Oh, nice. I'll wear the finery then. I think it's good. This fits really well. I think this belonged to this guy. I usually just adjust.
I trust them to have a modicum of intelligence. Maybe don't climb out of our window.
Good point. And I'll shift back down to me and then walk downstairs, go out the bar, find an alley, shift into them, and then just walk around being like, like a kid with a metal detector or a magnifying glass, just walking around, just like looking.
If you're going to go out wandering, I will come with you to show you where I saw
The fella.
Captain Trenchcoat when I was tailing him yesterday.
Cool. As you,
Because that was up on like the second level or whatever.
he was on the first, but
the way
like
up.
going up to the
Yeah. So
second.
if we go to whatever ladder I saw him
Also-
aiming for, and then like go up that way, and then start looking around in that area where I saw him disappear.
Cool. Yeah. If you're going as well, I'd say Dan, you can have advantage on your investigation check to see if you can find anything here.
Yeah.
Through looking through this glass, as Rodeo is helping you point out the area.
Oh, lovely. Investigation 26.
Cool. As you kind of like are looking around through this thing, you do see kind of something like you're kind of like looking around, and then suddenly you see this kind of like not quite a flash of red, but you definitely notice something burned brightly red as you kind of like were panning it around. You kind of like go back and you switch back, and you see kind of above a fairly nondescript portion of the cliff, which a bit of jetty seems to lead to. There is this red eye emblazoned on the cliff face.
Red eye over the. I can't remember his voice. Red eye over there. Looks like we've got what we were looking for.
Also, as you're kind of out on the town now, you do see as kind of an area has been cleared on the kind of main market pontoon that stretches out and extends out into the kind of like, what would be the biggest kind of area of the jetty, this kind of like marketplace. All the stores have kind of been pushed to one side. As you do indeed see a large gathering of people begin to start grouping up there. You see kind of a few different groups of kind of what appears to be kind of aligned peoples. You see some figures in this kind of like leather armor protecting, kind of flanking around a guy in these kind of blue, what appears to be mage's robe, who has this very fancy white staff. You also see another group of 3 dressed in these red hooded robes, and then another group that you see, as well as a few individual people, characters that you may have seen around the tavern. You see a group of 5 people in these brown robes, kind of off to the one side. So there's the 3 main groups that definitely stick out is this one mage being guarded by these 4 kind of bodyguards, this group of 3 in red robes, and this group of 5 in the brown robes, kind of all starting to set up there.
Red robes that we recognise, or another flavour of red robes?
Just the red is quite similar in colour, but you've not seen anyone wearing these kind of robes
so
yet.
There's no obvious symbol we recognise or anything.
Cut, different like.
Shade.
They are a similar shade, but that you're not sure. You have actually seen, now that you've kind of experienced a few different Gallants, the red is not necessarily a coherent colour between all of them. They've all kind of shifted between the hues of red. And you do notice it's kind of like, as you're kind of doing this investigation as time goes on, more and more of these kind of eccentric folk begin to kind of crowd around that market area. Even you see quite a few goblins also begin to kind of like start heading that way. There's quite a lot of boats parked very close to the jetty as well. It seems to be most of the kind of like fishing folk have used this opportunity to kind of like park up close to the jetty in order to watch the rift open. And also, as you're kind of out here, you'd see quite a few goblins hawking these bright blue looking sunglass looking contraptions. A few of them are going around saying, "Rift shades, get them now, get them while they're fresh, beware the glare, you don't want to be blinded by the rift."
On that grind early.
Gotta respect the hustle.
What? Are the lenses red on the...
They're bright blue. They're made of this like clear blue substance.
Quinn. Those robes, that staff. Do you maybe want to go have a speak to those gentlemen who have turned up, and just tell them vigilance reigns and see how people react?
Can do. And
Have you made a note of the cliff?
I have, and I would have just mentioned that.
Okay. Is there an entrance there, or is it just like a blank piece of cliff?
You see this like red eye emblazoned on the wall. Have any of you like gone up there?
Not yet.
I'm gonna just like notice that, and then like
Yes, you kind of looking around.
Yeah, 'cause it's just us 2 up there.
I guess
so.
like if we're gonna like meet there, after Coroner suggests that, I'll kind of like peel off, loop by these guys so I can say vigilance reigns to them, and then like
Just
I'll aim at like getting towards where this red eye thing is.
Cool. Yeah. How are you saying it to them?
Walk by, kind of walk near them, kind of give a.
They don't turn. They're kind of looking out to sea, and actually, as you kind of get to this kind of like area as well, you can feel this kind of static pull, and it's pulling you almost in the direction of the ocean. As you can feel, it's almost a bit stronger towards the ocean.
I'll make sure I walk in front of their eye line,
Yeah.
just to kind of like put myself in their vision. Like, vigilance reigns.
Cool. You as you kind of look at them, you see these 3 dark faces of drow peer up from under these hoods as the 3 of them kind of like look at you, and they kind of like they do nod, and then they kind of like turn back to each other. You're not sure how they took that.
Cool.
As you kind of walk past.
They were, did seem to react. Drow people.
Alright, well, let's check out this eye on the cliff. Do we want to drop off our...
You're perceptive, and I'll kind of hand you the staff to have a look at where the eye is.
Alright, see if you can spot anything else.
Yeah, we need to drop off Faisal and
No, Digby.
Pylon.
Digby and Nylon, yeah.
Digby and Nylon,
Yeah.
Yeah, where are they at the moment? Where have you kind of left them?
I would have stayed in the room with them.
Okay, yeah, they're there.
Yeah, I think if we go to Liza's place, because we know where that is.
Say about half an hour's past this point.
Yeah, ask her for a quick favour to
knock on the door again. Kind of.
Yeah. I know it's
Opens-
very early in the morning, but she's
opens-
probably up. It's a big day.
The butler kind of, Master Rodeo,
Howdy.
Pleasure.
Good morning. Is the lady of the house available?
Yes, of course.
We have a small favor to ask.
Anything. She speaks most highly of the law, any professional of the law, and he kind of like opens the door, kind of like looking quite directly at the kind of sheriff's badge, even if it's slightly concealed. He kind of like opens it up.
I'll make sure I like angle my shoulder so that it, catches the light a little bit.
Cool. Is anyone coming with radio up here? Cool. Yeah.
I'll come along.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is someone staying with Digby and?
I will stay with Digby.
I thought we were bringing them up.
Sorry. Yes, you're bringing them up.
Yeah, we're going to bring them up so that they can
As
stay
we're
in the house
wandering
for a
through
bit.
town, I will buy a pair of rift shades.
Cool.
I
They
was
are
going to do the same.
Oh, yeah,
One
I
gold
assumed
for
they
a
were
rift shade.
taken, yeah.
How much are they? saying?
What?
1 gold for a rift shade if you want to buy them.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we'll grab some.
Silly for me not to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to.
Get blinded by
God,
the red.
beware the glare.
Beware the glare. Are you all buying rift shades?
Oh,
Yes.
Being that Faisal's money was there, Quinn will take a single gold out of Faisal's money.
Oh,
to
sneaky,
cover it.
sneaky.
A frugal rich guy, the worst kind.
Digby slaps you.
How much
I
damage?
don't actually know how much gold I have.
2.
For God's sakes, it's not much. Don't take it. Anyone knows that reference? You get a Heroes Grove coin. Not you, Dan. Right. Sorry. What you're all heading up to Liza's? Yes. As kind of like seeing you at the front of the group rodeo. Yeah. The door is open, and he takes you back through this kind of atrium of her martial life. As once again she kind of meets you now at the bottom of the stairs. You do see her. She's kind of getting ready. She's in not her armor as you saw her before, but kind of in a more finely dressed kind of attire. But you do still see her kind of marshal's pin adorned quite proudly on her chest. It is, while it is still fancy clothes, well, you do see it does still have a kind of martial bearing to it, like a formal military outfit. Any news?
No developments on your case, my lady, but some turns have occurred in our own investigations, and we do have a small favor to ask of you.
It's concerning the Gallants.
It is indeed.
Right.
And it also concerns our employer, Mr. Fazel, who unfortunately has gone astray in the night.
She kind of like peers over and kind of notices Digby and Phylon as you've kind of brought them in. Phylon,
Yeah, it's kind of a one-in, one-out situation with the Dragonborn at the moment, it would seem.
Is that the one you were looking for? Then?
Yeah.
Right.
But as soon as we got him home, it seems that his boss has now vanished in a very similar manner, and it is very important that we also return him home.
Come to think of it, I've never seen the two of them in the same room together.
Very astute observation.
And I sort of stare at Digby and then look over to Quinn. I was like,
Whatever alleyway you're going down, I think is a dead end, my friend.
I have a small holding cell in my basement if you want me to.
Yeah, I kind of drag the guards that we've got. I kind of pull him forward and be like, he ain't been much use to us so far. It seems that as an organization, they're kind of picky about who gets told what. Kind of a patchwork of information.
Right.
But I ain't got no interest in seeing this young'un die.
He did mention his family.
Oh yeah, it sounds like
nobility.
he's from a very rich family, so if you want to send him home with a cuff on the wrist, there might be a little bit of coin in that for you, but
It does also somebody then tell families with
yeah,
damage
that
done,
family's
so-
got hands and gallant pockets.
Which family is this?
House Orlandier.
House Orlandia.
The elven one from that city just up north of here. I
I
can't
know.
remember the name.
I know of House Orlandia.
Yeah, well, sounds like they're involved in some way, but
Anything noteworthy we should know about that house?
Very wealthy. Merchants mostly. Have quite a strong martial heritage as well. A lot of their scions have been generals, captains, things like that.
cult members.
Apparently so.
Friends of yours or just
No.
good? That would be awkward.
I suppose
And
it
then
makes sense.
at that kind of note of that, Digby kind of chipes up and goes, "She would not be their friend. She is," and he kind of looks up to her, "one of the Armageddon." And she kind of like, she looks a bit blustered at this revelation coming out, and she kind of like seems taken aback for a moment and says,
How are we spelling that?
ARMIGERI.
You know, I had a hunch she was.
A member of the army
know
here.
what that is.
Cool.
It's like some type of pasta. Tell me what it is.
From the moment we met her.
Anyone from Ontrath, you give me a history check.
I don't know if that's me or not.
That's not you. That's not your read.
Sick.
That's people who've been from this continent.
Natural 20, total 27.
Also a natural 20.
What kind of check was it, sorry?
Just a history check.
11 for me.
8.
Cool. You know this to be an Ontrathi society. The two of you that got nat 20s. You know this to be an Ontrathi society, a very secretive order of peacekeepers who gather knowledge and soldiers to counter the evil that pervade Ellseworld. You would also know with that role that their symbol is an upright sword with a scroll coiled around it. Knowing that you all play D&D, they fulfill a very similar role in this world to the Watchers in the kind of standard Faerun setting.
The Armagiri, you're a secret order of peacekeepers. You're actually quite cool. I read a lot about you guys and the kinds of things that you try to keep secret or uncover. It made for good stories when I was a kid.
Well, speaking of that, I'd rather that information did not leave this room.
Oh, of course.
Frankly, the fact it's even in this room is making me...
I'll be honest with you, mate. You could have denied it, and I'd have not known.
None the wiser.
It's bought you a lot of trust with me, at least.
I'm glad.
Yeah, I like peace.
I would fight for it to my death.
Yes.
I realised from the moment I met you. I feel like I can get away with that with that 20.
yeah, you kind of...
You could probably say it.
I find it amazing how many people are willing to fight for peace.
I love peace. I don't care how many women and children I have to kill to get it.
Yeah.
I'm sure the Gallants see it that way too, unfortunately.
There lies the worry.
Well...
Speaking of which, we got some more of these to hunt down.
And quite swiftly.
Yeah.
We should be on our way.
So I do not wish to impose on you longer than we need to, but if you could keep this young'un out of trouble for a little while and take care of our friend here.
They will both be very well secured in here. Jenkins, my man, will stay here and look after them.
It is very much appreciated, man.
Jenkins, my man.
Oh,
The debt will be repaid.
the ruby on your staff. Is it enchanted to do the thing it does, or is it just because it's a ruby?
I honestly don't know.
After examining it, you actually felt that there wasn't any enchantment on it. It just seems to be a special type of ruby.
Seems to be a special type of ruby.
If you've got any sort of like rubies or red lenses lying around, have a look around town. You'll find stuff.
Didn't you just have
Thank
this
you.
one?
That was rather cryptic, but
Like
appreciate it.
where the gallants are hiding and shit. I don't know, there's eyes all over the
No,
place.
my point was we don't need this one anymore because we found the door.
Yeah, but there
Be
might
good to
be
be
Yeah,
able
there might be more.
It's good to be able to spot it when we do get there.
May I see it for a moment? This lens.
Sure.
She kind
It's
of like
immediately distracted.
looks through it, kind of looks around her, kind of like landing here and passes it back to you. Makes everything look red.
Yes.
It's pretty magical.
You try and like twist it off the top.
Well, I'm going to go down to the docks.
Yes, we need to be on our way as well.
Yeah.
The rift will be opening soon. I'm sure it'll be an event you won't want to miss.
We'll see you there. Beware the glare.
Beware the glare. She kind of pulls a pair of wrist shades out and puts them on.
Yeah.
Everyone is cool as hell.
Jenkins also puts theirs on, and then she kind of like slaps them off his face, like, you're not coming.
Oh no!
I don't suppose they had a small pair.
Yeah, they have pairs to fit everyone.
You just hold one lens over your
Yeah, you are the size.
I've got like a visor made out of one.
Yeah.
You got ones for like made for like a baby goblin.
Aww, babies have
Yeah, they like
glasses.
strap round like goggles.
Yeah, nice.
They look horrid.
baby.
So as you're heading down from Magistrate Lyra's house, as you head down, is there anything else you'd like to do as the day is kind of starting to get away from you, and also so is this session?
Turn into the mage. Head towards the Red Eye Wall building.
Yeah, I think that's
I
our
would
next
say let's
stop.
head for the red eye.
Cool. As you've got about an hour and a bit until the rift opens, you're heading towards this wall with a red eye upon it. That is where we shall close this session for today. That was quite an interesting one, guys. 2 eggs rolled and unclaimed here.
I forgot about the eggs.
I didn't forget.
And it's a fun game. It's a fun Easter game.
Thank you.
Everyone gets a chogler. Thank you, everyone who
I
watched.
consumed chocolate.
You are cursed.
Damn you, Lent.
So yes, thank you very much for watching. Thank you ever so much to my lovely players. I think they're going to do some plugs for some stuff. I know a few of you have some important stuff coming up. So yeah, plug away. I'm going to very quickly go use the bathroom while this is occurring.
I will start us off. So, start us off with plugs. We're going to talk about Dungeoneers_pack. That is a brilliant resource page that we run. We put loads of D&D resources up there for DMs, as well as some player-focused stuff, such as character subclasses, things to kind of help you get into the mindset of your character, as well as a bunch of DM random generators and shit.
Really cool.
We're currently posting up a bunch of series of items that we've done and different combos and stuff. Today we put up the Drunkard's Mishap, which is quite a fun little combo of items. Go and check that one out. You just see that up in chat there. But we also have something known as Dungeoneers_seller as well, where we sell prints drawn up by the wonderful Tom right here, resident artist. You can see things from our other campaign, Pirates of Kalhamar, as well as some other little bits and bobs. And lastly, we have Patreon as well. Do you want to tell us about Patreon?
We've got a Patreon. You can support us on there. As you saw at the beginning of the session, you can pay £5 a month, and that gets you into the polls for the Nat 20s and crit fails, as well as the poll for the advantages and disadvantages that you can give to a player every single D&D session that we do. At that tier, the wonderful Jams here will also do your sketch for joining us. Thank you, Jams. Slightly higher tiers, you can vote on what characters we all play in Homebrew sessions. You can get in on party game streams where we play with you guys and have a nice time. We've got some creative streams. We've got a load of D&D resources that won't go up on Dungeoneers pack, as well as the high-res versions of a lot of the items. There's a lot of stuff to be found over on our Patreon, and every little bit of money that goes into there goes back into the channel. It's really appreciated. Same with donations. We're very hard up. Please help.
Help keep the lights on.
Literally, it's an energy crisis.
Speaking of giving money to people, make sure you follow all the artists who did all the artwork for our campaign.
Please do.
And Jams can draw.
Oh yeah, that's me.
Have you plugged your poetry thing that's coming up very soon online?
I have not plugged my poetry thing that's coming up very soon online. Everyone, this coming Saturday from 2 p.m, tune in to the Open Collab YouTube live stream.
You can watch
I
from
think.
anywhere.
I don't fucking know. Follow me on Instagram, and I'm linking it everywhere. We're
Open collab on Instagram.
Yeah, the Open
Link
Collab on Instagram. Basically what's happening is a load of poets are teaming up with the musicians Charlie and Jake to put poetry to improvised live music. So that's going to have 8 or 9 poems from just poets who have signed up, and then there'll be a headline set from former UK National Slam champion Catherine O'Driscoll.
Amazing.
Lovely. And you can watch it from anywhere, not like some of the other stuff that's been done by cows. If you've not seen their poetry yet, it's a chance for anyone to go and see it.
It's
on the
pretty
webs.
good.
The headline is a very own hero of the Grove.
They are a hero.
Or
of the
Grove
Grove.
Tender, or whatever we call our
They-
followers.
Yeah, they do follow us. Good old poetry odd.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Jams, you got something going on tomorrow night as well, I believe, on your Instagram?
Do I? Oh yeah, come follow me. I've forgotten what day it was, to be perfectly honest. Come follow me on Instagram, at JamsCanDraw, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr. I think that's it. If you come and follow me today, or you're already following me, I'm playing some fun games on my Instagram tomorrow, where you can basically play a mini game with some of my characters, where if you ask them the right kinds of questions, you can unlock new artwork and lots of fun bonus character lore if you play the game right and you ask all the right questions.
I love it when you do that.
It's great fun.
It's been a while,
Yeah.
and I really enjoy doing them.
Yeah.
So I've got a whole bunch of new artwork.
Oh, that's going to
I
be
can't
great.
wait to just
Play
ask
for it.
them, mint?
I don't even know what you're going to unlock with that one. We'll get something.
They're great. I don't have any idea what's going on, but I still really enjoy them. So they're good for everyone. Any more plugs?
Lastly but not leastly, listen to Wildcat Boozy.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Best band in Bristol.
Yeah, best brand in the UK, I'd go so far to say. Thank you very much, heroes of the Grove. I've been Elliot, it's been me, this has been Ellseworld. If you're still not sure what Ellseworld was, it is a vision that came to me in a dream, written across the eternal starscape that I see when I close my eyes. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Go have a long rest at the Grove. Stay grovey. Peace out.
Grove yourself.
If you want to catch up on the rest of Ellseworld,
Grove yourself.
it's all on YouTube in Super Mega HD. So yeah, you
Super Mega.
Yeah.
catch this on YouTube soon. If you're watching on YouTube, well done.
Yeah, leave us a comment.
Bye. Welcome.
Bye.
Bye-bye,
Love you.
motherfuckers.
Bye.
Bye.
Do something nice for someone, motherfucker.